actually. Oh, people are joining the Discord server. Nice. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It's SpongeBob time.
Hello!
Also known as Spime. Hopefully the chat is working. Oh, yep, chat's working on this window, so I can close this one. I need to close browser. The browser interferes with playing Game Boy Advance games for whatever reason, so I'm closing that.
We're playing Sponge.
A, B, there it is. Yeah, we're gonna play Sponge game. Oh, I'm also gonna close Discord.
Sponge.
At least the window, like it's still running. Still amazes me that they managed to make several 3D platformers on GBA. Well, this may be a version of a platformer that's usually 3D, but this one's not in 3D anymore. Open ROM. Pac-Man World 2 was like isometric. It was kind of 3D. This is pretty different from the main game. Oh yeah, and specifically this is I have the exact version of it that I had, this exact cartridge, as you'll see in a second here. Game capture.
It's super bizarre. It's one of those situations where like the mobile version, the like handheld version and the console version of a game are so different they might as well have different titles. This game only shares like plot, like the basic outline for the plot with the console version.
Let's see. Scale filtering point. There we go. Oh yeah, so this is the exact cartridge I had as a kid, where it's SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, and also Nicktoons Freeze Frame Frenzy.
The bosses use the same concept, but there's an additional Squidward one, and also they look different.
Oh, the Squidward boss wasn't in the original?
They're different in design, basically, from the console version.
I played both of these games a ton.
No, the Squidward boss was gonna be in the original, but it was cut.
Freeze Frame Frenzy aged a lot less good than this one did. To put it lightly.
That.
Yeah, I tried replaying it and didn't really enjoy it that much. Also, how's the game volume, everybody? Should I turn it down? If I do anything else on the computer, the audio gets all crusty. You hear that? That's I'll turn it down just a tiny bit.
Even the designs of the robots are completely different.
Really? These are the only designs for the robots I know. Like this is the only version I played ever.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever actually seen the regular game.
Oh really? Oh,
yeah.
I think you're gonna love it. It is
One night in
like
Bikini
one
Bottom.
of the most important games to me growing up.
When I finish building the Duplicatron 3000, my robots will allow me to rule Bikini Bottom. That's how Plankton laughs, right? At last, robots. I command you to get me a Krabby Patty. What? Robots, I command you. Come back. I don't remember the frame rate on this being so low. Hopefully, that's how it's supposed to be. On this opening scene here. Is anything strange about Bikini Bottom
Oh,
today?
actually, the design for the Duplicatron looks about the same. Oh, it has the Obey Plankton switch. Oh, I guess the plot is like more similar than I thought.
I'll be hogtied and horsewhipped, SpongeBob. It looks like Bikini Bottom is infested with robots. Gee, I wondered why there was a robot in my shower this morning. SpongeBob, those robots are scaring away all me customers, and they're making off with me Krabby Patties. Well, if there are no customers, I guess that means I get the day off then. Arr, I bet my first $1 that Plankton's behind this Krabby Patty thievery, SpongeBob. You've got to get to the chum bucket and stop him or I'll be run out of business. Don't worry, Mr. Krabs, I'll put a stop to those robots. When robots attack. Okay, yeah, I guess it was supposed to be low frame rate because it's fine now. Check out those animations. Get to the chum bucket, it's across the road! Krab's T-posing. Says Beehive. See, I have no clue how much of this is in the main game or not. There's no stopping these robots, SpongeBob. If you destroy them, they just come back again. You'll have to battle your way to the chum bucket and stop Plankton. Find the 3 golden spatulas to unlock the warp gates to the next area of Bikini Bottom. Good luck, little square dude. Yeah, why are we going on such an adventure just to get to the chum bucket? Why didn't I, like, did I think about that when I was a kid? Yeah, this was one of the first video games I ever owned. This is just one of my first experiences with video games in general.
None of SpongeBob's abilities are even the same. Like, it's a completely different game.
Wow. I love the music in this game. Still like it. I never finished this last time I streamed this game, so I intend to finish the whole game this time. Have you tried jumping on top of the robots? You can bounce off of them that way. Also, do you like how SpongeBob is like outlined, like very starkly, and then none of the other characters are? Mr. Krabs handled the game's budget. Are you still there, Cassie? We seem to have lost Cassie. Hello?
Hello? Oh, hi.
There you are. There you
I hate
are.
when that happens.
Yeah.
It upsets me.
Cat says, I believe he does have a bubble wand, for or maybe a net, in the console version he smacks people with.
He doesn't have a net. He has a bubble one, but he doesn't use it in the same way.
What's that, Gary? I should blow a bubble at the robots to deactivate them so I can push them around? Thanks, pal. Like this. Look at that face.
There's none of this robot pushing in the console version either.
Oh. Yeah, that's kind of the main point of the game here. And the robots respawn, always, when you break them. Gotta get those golden spatulas.
Right. They're much more like puzzle elements than enemies in this game, which I think is pretty interesting.
Yeah, this game is kind of like a puzzle game.
Yeah, like after playing like halfway through this game, I remember thinking it's really mechanically interesting, and I don't think I've played anything quite like it.
Yeah. Like this is a game that I don't mind revisiting. Because I do like enjoy playing it. Like it's not a bad game.
Oh, glitch? No, there's basic enemy robots all over the place too.
Just they don't look like this?
In the console as well.
I wonder why they made just totally different robots.
I don't know. Probably because they serve different functions in this game.
Maybe. They're bouncy. They're kind of cute. Why did Plankton make such cute killer robots? Well, they're not even killer robots, are they? They're pretty benign.
Yeah, it's so weird. This game's plot makes even less sense than the console version, because the robots are just so chill.
I mean,
not
some
that
of
I
them
ever
attack,
needed the plot to make a lot of sense in a SpongeBob game.
Oh yeah, so remember I was talking about these bonus levels that you only get one chance to do after you beat a level? And are really difficult? So good heckin' luck. I only managed to finish these a handful of times when I was younger. I don't think
bonus
I'm gonna...
levels?
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
Ah, poop, yep. Well, we may not finish one of them today either. I really want to show you what they unlock though, because it's ridiculous. You just get a, like... If there was ever a time to use the word crusty to describe something, it would be to describe the rewards you get. Like, you get just the world's crustiest JPEG or animated GIF
Wow.
for completing these stages. And that's it. Oh, I can retry it. Okay. I forgot about that. Okay, that makes it a little better. But yeah. That's a little bit better than I was remembering. And the music on these... I was just praising the music. I don't praise this music. Mostly because it only plays on these stages, and you know how I feel about these stages, so... These happen if you get all of the Krabby Patties in the stage.
Oh, maybe that's why I don't remember them.
Do you like how the music doesn't stop even through retries? It just keeps going. How's the frame rate on the stream, by the way? My video feed, my preview looks a little choppy, but that doesn't always match what's actually going through to Twitch.
Frame rate looks good to me.
Okay. Just checking. Cause like,
yeah, he truly does. This sprite is just... I don't even know if it's bad in my opinion, it's just weird.
Wait, what is?
The sprite of SpongeBob in this game.
Oh yeah, well they've used the SpongeBob sprite in other games too, I discovered.
Yeah, they used it in what's it called? Revenge of the Flying Dutchman.
Look at how still his body is as he's writing this, by the way. Yeah, they don't mess around with this stage. Look at this, it's so particular. And this is the first one! I don't know why they go so hard with the bonus stages.
Practice it on, like, certain bonus levels.
Yeah, I forgot that you could do this, which this makes it a little better. Because I really want to beat at least one so you can see these crusty rewards you get. So we're gonna get this done, like, sooner than later. I'm not gonna spend this much time on the other ones, because you'll get the idea once I unlock one of them. Oh my god. Yeah, I struggled with these as a kid, and I haven't gotten any better at them now, so I feel like it's the game and not me.
When was the last time SpongeBob rode his unicycle?
I don't know. Does he not do that in the show anymore?
Maybe. I just can't remember the last time I saw it.
We're gonna give this a few more tries. Slow down the emulation speed? Are you telling me that you want me to cheat? Are you telling me to cheat? Don't you know that cheaters never win?
You know what? You know what would definitely have that information? Just like every other bit of information in the entire world.
The SpongeBob Wiki?
Exactly.
The SpongeBob Wiki contains all information, all information and all of human knowledge.
Yeah.
Hidden among the guise of being SpongeBob lore.
The SpongeBob Wiki is an SCP.
Like, they have to tell the history of the entire actual world because SpongeBob exists in the actual world. So all history and knowledge of the real world has to be there.
Vaguely anomalous, we call it an SCP.
Yes. Okay, two more. Got. Oh my god! Turned into Weber for a second. All of this for a crusty JPEG, so that we can get some funnies on the. So we can have some funnies on the stream.
Actually, can you give me a plot synopsis, this?
Krusty Cleaners. In 2018. Oh dang! Well, I definitely didn't see that. I stopped watching SpongeBob when I was a baby.
Oh,
a baby who was 16 years old.
Newer episodes, they're really fun. They're nothing like the older episodes.
The baby
really
age of 16.
Just avoid the middle seasons.
Photo unlocked. No, I'm not retrying that. Heck no.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Okay, so you want to see what we unlocked for that?
It's like I think he brings Patrick with him, and they like fight
Isn't this exciting?
robots in there.
Isn't this the most exciting reward you've
I
ever
don't know.
seen?
It was a fun episode, though.
All of that for this. For a JPEG.
Wow. Oh my god, that's it?
Yep.
Oh, that's less. At least the full version isn't too crusty.
Some of them are animated, and those look worse. If you can believe it. The animated ones look worse than that. Wow, the majesty, Biz says. JPEG is charitable. It's like a bitmap.
Honestly, I was expecting it to be worse.
Yeah, that was a rare example of it not being that bad. So I don't remember this background being so like simple. Like look at that water. It's just like, well, I guess it's not water, but you know what I mean. It's like
oh wow, yeah, that doesn't
drew
look so
that river.
good. I guess it's goo.
Yeah. Mystery sure is a pretty seahorse, huh? Why don't you take her for a ride? If you just want to get off again, just press R.
When he's climbing the vine, he looks like a 3D model. I
think it's all pre-rendered.
These all might be renders of 3D. Yeah, but SpongeBob, his usual walking sprites, and like most of his sprites don't look 3D models. Look like 3D models to me that are pre-rendered.
I think it's just rotoscoped at least. Rotoscoped from 3D.
I really liked Mystery in this game.
Kind of the Yoshi stand-in, as I mentioned before. Underwater water, yeah. It's an amazing pushing sprite. Yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. Wow, it's interesting to be playing this again with my new, larger audience for my streams than I used to have. Or more of like a regular audience, that is. Like when I originally streamed this, it was... You like how I didn't even bother to talk to Sandy because I don't really care what she has to say.
Back when I played this like several years ago, I just remember feeling like Mystery made me feel like I had an actual emotional connection with what was going on because I had a pal with me. I was like, hey, I got a friend!
Yeah, it's got the flutter jump like Yoshi.
Mystery also was not in the console version at all.
Oh, interesting.
Even though she's a big part of this game.
It's like, yeah, you're right. They basically just made a totally different game and just called it the same title.
They really did.
And had a vaguely similar plot.
I guess the plot is more similar than I thought. The whole obey plankton switch that he forgets to pull.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Okay, what I don't understand though is, like, what do we do? I guess we're out here trying to collect all of Mr. Krabs' Krabby Patties. But otherwise, why are we...
I don't think it was ever that much more clear in the...
Why are we going on this adventure to get to the chum bucket?
In the console version... I guess you were kind of like cleaning up the robots, but really you were collecting the golden spatulas, which were analogous to Mario's stars. And I think they like lampshaded that those never had like a plot relevance to them. They were just kind of a thing.
I'm gonna give this bonus stage one try.
Oh, you're right, it does bits. Goodbye, Mystery.
She'll be back.
I was just thinking, that portal thing is super weird. It doesn't look like anything from the show. Like, that's a thing that the console version does really well, is everything in it looks like it could have come from the show.
Wow, am I gonna clear this on one try?
Excellent job of it.
Nope.
Like, it kind of... The console version feels like playing the show in a lot of ways, which is just excellent.
Do you like how this is one game where I'm, like, aside from the bonus stages, I'm actually, like, good at it because I played, like... So, Biss, you know how you're really good at Sonic because you played it a ton as a kid? This is the game I played a ton as a kid. But nobody cares that I'm good at this game because it's this game. Nobody's gonna be impressed by me playing this game well.
No, the obedience switch was in the opening cutscene, I'm pretty sure. And the plankton scene and all that.
Oh yeah, oh, I forgot about this, look. Look at the crawling animation. This says I sucked at Sonic as a kid, only when I ever beat was 3 and Knuckles.
Oh my god, I love this crawling animation.
Yes! I mean, you played it a lot as a kid and you're good at it now. He crawl, Brehive says.
That game. His very first Game Boy Color game. It was Legend of the Lost Spatula. I think he had a really funny crawling animation in that one.
Oh, yeah, I saw a little bit of that on Vinesauce.
I first played that one a few years ago as well, and I thought it was really fun. They had a cool idea in it too.
Stop sniffing sand. You can bring a SpongeBob to sand, but you can't make him not sniff.
He, like, throws a Krabby Patty at someone, and like they eat it, and it pacifies them. So like instead of fighting, you can just like neutralize enemies by feeding them. It's cute and it's very SpongeBob.
You can bring a SpongeBob to sand, but you can't make him not sniff.
Had that idea in regular games.
Why do his limbs disappear? Wait, in what context do his limbs disappear? When you get his health is represented by pairs of underpants, and when you collect one, when you need when it's missing, it goes. It does the.
Yeah, that's one thing that is the same as the console version.
Oh, I see. Sometimes you may have to float across a large gap, SpongeBob. Just hold down A after jumping into the air. I like how she tells me that now, after I've been using it a bunch to get things. And you need to use it in the bonus stages. Oops.
You have no leg when you crouch? I gotta see this.
Oh yeah, I guess they... Well, they just sort of... Like, you can watch the animation, they just sort of go in... They retract into his body. Into his body. Why does he have such a stiff walking animation, though? I'm just thinking about that. Look at how little his arms move. For instance. It's like... Doo, 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 doo.
That's true. He totally does. What about
the game's player movement makes you slightly ill. I mean, at least it doesn't. At least it has a good camera. Like it stays centered on SpongeBob at all times. It doesn't whip around. That's like the main. That's the main issue with a lot of like low budget platformers and stuff like that. It's just that the camera whips around all over the place every time you move.
You mean like when you turn?
Yeah.
To go out ahead of you so you can see more ahead of you?
No, I mean it like whips. Like it like it's like sickening. It doesn't like move a little like if it's going to move, it should move just like a little bit to like show ahead of you a little bit and maybe like smoothly move rather than just like foo, 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 like I don't have an example to show obviously at the moment, but also I think I'm hearing myself back again over your end, Cassie. Like
yeah,
just
I
barely.
think there were several 3D platformers on the GBA. Like was that game Asterix or whatever?
Asterix and Obelisk, which was in Europe only, unfortunately. Yeah. No outside release of that game. I like Pac-Man World 2 on the Game Boy Advance because it is like isometric exercise.
Yeah, I played this, the GBA version of Creature for the Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. I don't know why I get the names of those two mixed up. The GBA version of Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, and then
Robot from the Goo Lagoon.
Legend of the Lost Spatula, I think it's called, on the Game Boy Color. I had like a marathon of these games like a couple years ago, and I don't actually remember why.
Wait, I think this bonus stage is the same bonus stage, isn't it? I think each chapter has one bonus stage. So I don't... Am I even going to unlock... Or maybe it has two? Maybe like half and half? Am I even going to unlock anything for this? If I do this again? Woo! Oh, well let's see, I've managed to do it. GBA had Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, which, depending on who you ask, is 3D. One of my favorite aesthetics from the Game Boy Advance that I've realized recently is I like voxel games on the Game Boy Advance, which is a very rare thing that people did, but I really love how that looks. It makes like really... Cool. Like the resolution is so low that voxels just make like a very smooth... Like you can make very smooth looking terrain with voxels. And there was only a couple like released games that I know of that used it. One of which, of all things, is Finding Nemo. Has sections with voxel 3D. And then there's a racing game, which I forget the name of, has voxels.
It's super bizarre. Like, it seems like the GBA had a few games that were like on the cutting edge, and they were the most random games. Like,
yeah. Super Monkey Ball Jr. is one of them.
Finding Nemo.
I love Super Monkey Ball Jr. on the Game Boy Advance. That's some of the best 3D on the Game Boy Advance I've ever seen. I do.
Oh yeah, I like the signs that denote the bottomless pits. Yeah. Like, it's just so simple and so helpful.
Mm-hmm. More recent Sonic games have those too. It's always good. I don't remember if any of the... I think Did Sonic CD have the signs for the bottomless pits? This? I don't remember. GBA had Driver 3. Yeah, that was another interesting one. There were several 3D racing games on the Game Boy Advance that look interesting. I'd like to check out. There's one I forget what it was called.
Oh, this robot's kind of
that was really good looking. Yeah.
This one is, though. Most of them are friendly.
Oh yeah, there's a Hot Wheels racing game on the Game Boy Advance that uses 3D really well. Because, like, they kind of make it look like Hot Wheels track, which is, you know, just sort of like one color. So they don't need to use textures on the 3D, and just use, like, solid colors, and it looks really good.
Nice.
I want to get that one at some point,
Hot
too.
Meals. Eat that.
But yeah, I like the Game Boy Advance because it's very similar to the Super NES. It's kind of like the Super NES, but with the Super FX chip built in. Plus, like, it does more than that too. Like, it's like a Super FX chip that it has. It's kind of a shame though, because like barely anybody actually used it to make 3D stuff. But like if used well, like it almost looks as good as the DS sometimes. But it didn't get used that often, and like a lot of them have like low frame rates or things like that. But there are people who figured out how to do it really well. Oh, here's a different bonus stage. The invisible Boatmobile. Which becomes visible if you get hurt. I'm gonna try and beat one of the invisible Boatmobile ones too. I wonder if the invisible Boatmobile has ever been depicted visible outside of this.
I don't... you know what? Actually, I think it was in the console version of this game.
Huh. Did it look like this?
No, not at all. I think it looked just like a regular boat.
I want to clear this one. We'll get you. I'll show you one more unlockable thing.
I think it was like it was in the Mermalair level, and I think it was like you like pushed a button and it would briefly become visible.
I love the concept of the invisible Boatmobile.
I bet they did, Biz.
THQ had a GBA car sprite lying around, I bet you. THQ and Vicarious Visions, which both worked on this, were very prolific on the Game Boy Advance with licensed games. They're like, those are the names on like almost all of them.
I don't know this. Why did they do this? There probably isn't like a consistent, like, quote-unquote canon design for the Boatmobile, for the Invisible Boatmobile.
Ah, poop. Why are these so hard? Why do they go so hard with these? Like, little kids were expected to play this? I mean, I was a little kid playing this, so...
I noticed that a lot of games, like, designed, like, for kids. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know who else would play this besides kids. Except for us.
Except for,
so
yeah, well, adults who played it as kids. No adults were playing it at the time.
Wait, I was, like, 16 when I first played this, out of curiosity, so, like...
Well, I mean, that's a little different. Especially because you liked the original version of it. So I think it still counts.
Then how does that account for me playing Legend of the Lost Spatula?
Because you like SpongeBob. When you were a kid.
I also like it now.
Well, yeah. Well, so do I. So I'm playing this.
Yeah.
This is a very nothing conversation.
But yeah, I've noticed that a lot of games based on properties that are like... I mean, I guess a lot of games that you would expect mostly kids to play, I guess is what I'll call them. They usually don't seem to like adjust their difficulty for the fact that they expect kids to be playing them.
This looks like SpongeBob is just really... He's farting, and then when I do the boost, it looks like he's farting really hard, like he's really pushing it out. It's like... Okay, I need to actually pay attention to what I'm doing and stop making silly noises, though. Biz probably already didn't like this, and is going to like it less now that I've said this about it.
I think this game is pretty well put together.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't think it's as good as the console version, but it's pretty good. Like, couldn't ask for much better, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's a reasonable platformer to play.
No, I haven't glitched. I think SpongeBob got some pretty good games. Like,
I want the Krabby
I think
Patty.
Battle for Bikini Bottom was like the pinnacle, but it had some other pretty good games.
I want to play that point and click that I had as a kid. Before Bikini Bottom, or before Battle for Bikini Bottom remake comes out. Was SpongeBob SquarePants Employee of the Month.
Oh boy.
Or Employee of the Year, I think it was called.
I've never played that before.
There's another one that I played, which was Lights, Camera, Pants, which I think was made by the same people. But I didn't like that one as much.
I remember that.
That one was like simplified compared to the other one. Hey, I did it.
Well, okay, I think it was supposed to be a minigame compilation. I mean, yeah, it was supposed to be a minigame compilation, so makes sense that it was simpler.
Well, yeah, I think I actually did. There was no minigames.
Oh, it must have been like the PC version of the console game.
Yeah, look at this!
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Beautiful. Why 4 frames, Biss says?
Wow.
That's your reward.
I don't really remember if Lights, Camera, Pants is any good, because I got it as a kid, and I was disappointed that it was a minigame collection.
Oh yeah, the PC version was a point and click. There were no minigames at all.
I think I've heard from a few people that it was pretty good, though. I just can't speak for its quality because I barely played it.
Here's a little puzzle.
Years ago.
I beat the PC version of it. Why would you want that? OMG, Brehive says. I don't know. Let's see, I think this can be done like this. Yeah. See that? Where also, like you break it and it respawns?
The feature from the Krusty Krab was pretty cool. Like, it wasn't like great, but it was pretty good. Like, it was pretty fun.
Now we have pushable blocks. Everybody's
I
favorite
think
game
Battle for Bikini
mechanic.
Bottom is the only one that I would like recommend to people who aren't even like necessarily interested in playing SpongeBob games, but like had some pretty good other ones.
Do you remember the Nicktoons games? Well, I was just
Yeah,
talking
I
about one at the
remember
beginning,
those.
which was Nicktoons Freeze Frame Frenzy.
I had the first. I had Unite and what was it called? Volcano Island. I had both of those as a kid.
Nicktoons Freeze Frame Frenzy is a really weird game. I don't really recommend that one. I tried to go back to it a couple times and like, eh. I kind of played it because it was like the one game I had to play as a kid. It's one of those kind of games where like it's one of the only games you have, so you play it.
Right. Unite, I liked it as a kid, but I've heard some like negative things about it recently, and even though I haven't played it recently, I don't think if I went back to it I would still like it.
Which game is that?
Seems like one of those things that I'm just gonna like be nostalgic for and leave it at that and not try to go back to it.
What game were you talking about? I missed the title you said.
Nicktoons Unite.
Oh, I see.
And I didn't like Volcano Island so much as a kid because like it felt really basic. Like there wasn't a lot of variety to it.
Also,
it was just kind of a nothing kind of game.
One thing I like about this game is that the colors aren't like really washed out like a lot of Game Boy Advance games are. It has good colors.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, it's bright, which you needed on the Game Boy Advance, but it's not like bright to the point of being washed out.
Right.
Also, thanks for the cheer there, Coffee Mewtwo. I'm not sure why you said Happy Halloween, but thank you. Woo! It's really nice playing this game again, actually. Also, do you like how they didn't draw like a bigger box and they just scaled up the other one?
What?
They didn't draw a bigger box, they just scaled up the small box.
I'll probably have to wait for that to come on screen. Oh yeah. I think I remember noticing this when I played it.
Beautiful.
It's probably one of those situations where they were like gonna do it, but like they just like ran out of dev time and they're like, oh well, too late now. I guess the beta thing is now a launch thing.
So this is very light puzzle solving at the moment, right? It gets much more intense later. To the point where there was a lot of stages where I would get like totally stuck as a kid. I didn't beat them until much later.
Yeah, glitch, I agree. It's weird that in Mario Maker, when you make something big, it doesn't increase the resolution of it.
Oh, on the retro
Chunky
themes?
I don't know, Floof. I think it could be kind of fun working on a game like this. Like, you're just kind of, like...
Unlicensed games, you mean?
License, it seems like you can kind of do, like, whatever with the gameplay, like...
I feel like this game must have had a reasonable budget. This one. Because, like, this doesn't feel like a low-budget game.
Yeah,
I mean, there's little things here and there. Like, it's
also,
not the biggest budget of all time, obviously, but... I feel like they had some money to do some things with it.
I don't think working with a license would necessarily not be fun. Like, if you like the license... Like, I know that people who made the console game were huge fans of the show, and it totally shows through in their work. So, like, if you like the license you're working with, then I think it could be actually really fun. Like, I think it would be fun to have the opportunity to work on a game based on, like, Adventure Time or SpongeBob or something.
The holy grail, of course, though, is if you're an indie developer and you are allowed to, like, make an official game for, like, an existing game franchise.
Yeah.
Like the people who did Sonic Mania, or the people who did the Necrodancer. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. That was wild.
Okay, so this is a stage where I used to get stuck. I could never beat this when I was younger. It was like years later that I finally beat it for the first time. Also, I love the music here. This is one of my favorite songs in this game. Do 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 do. Do do
Oh, that would be
do
fun.
do
to
do do.
Steven Universe
do,
actually has really good games. Like the mobile game Attack the Light is like probably my favorite mobile game ever. And also probably my favorite RPG. Just because it's focused on the combat, and so they make the combat actually fun instead of the combat just being like.
Oh, here's the introduction of a new robot.
The experience. The combat is the experience, and it's super fun. And then they sequeled that with Save the Light on consoles, and that's also really fun, even though it had to be rushed. Like, I think that game is a good example of how a dev team, with a limited amount of time, can like make the most of a bad situation and like polish up and make sure the things that need to be good are good. And then like if there's a few bugs that you have to go out of your way to find, like. That's not ideal, but it's better than leaving in bugs that were actually going to be like in your way.
This game, so a lot of Game Boy Advance games, of course, struggled with music because, well, the Game Boy Advance doesn't have the greatest sound chip ever, is the main reason. But this game has great music, actually. They did a really good job.
Oh god, yeah, that Save the Light was riddled with bugs if you went looking for them, but if you were just trying to like experience the game normally and weren't like looking to break it, then like I didn't experience that many like bugs that actually hurt the experience, so I totally recommend the game.
I feel like the one place where the Game Boy Advance suffers compared to the Super NES is just sound. The Super NES had a better sound chip, I think. Hello, Ninja Wink Wink. I'm very interested to play the remake of Battle for Bikini Bottom next month.
It's gonna be so fun. I'm so pumped.
This is the only version of this game I've ever played, so the remake is the perfect time for me to try it out, because yeah, it wasn't gonna be really easy to get the original. So
you're gonna basically be playing something brand new.
Yep. Yeah, when I say version, I mean like this game shares the title.
Yeah.
So I've basically
also, the
never
golden
played it.
spatulas are a thing in the console version too, but
You
as
like
far
the
as I can tell, they're used completely different. I mean,
I never had the Super Mario Advance version of Super Mario Bros. 3. I did have the All Stars version though, so I don't know how the audio was in between them.
wait, Elena, do you use the spatulas to open up the end of the level in this game?
Yeah, you have to get all three of
Oh, I
those,
guess
and then
you
you
could
can
say
exit.
that's comparable to how they were done in the console version. In the console, you use them to like unlock new levels. So, I could say that's comparable. It's not really the same thing, but it's comparable.
I only had the first Super Mario Advance, the one with Super Mario Bros. 2 in it. It's interesting there was no Super Mario Advance version of the original Super Mario Bros. I guess, although I consider Super Mario Bros. Plus, or excuse me, Super Mario Bros. Deluxe to be that. Like, because Super Mario Bros. Deluxe is kind of formatted very similarly to the Super Mario Advance games, but it was just a little earlier. It was on the Game Boy Color. I consider it part of the series. So yeah, this level I remember just really struggling with when I was a kid, because I couldn't manage to like get far enough without like running out of the water. How does SpongeBob do the floating in the air? I just realized. He's not in the water anymore. How does he do the floating thing? Yeah, isn't that
The
weird?
water mechanic is actually like the same as one they had in Super Sponge, which I remember playing at my friend's house as a kid, and I tried it again. Actually, I think when I was playing all of these games, and I thought it was so boring. I like quit halfway through because the game was just so boring.
The game or the stage?
Super Sponge?
Yeah.
Like the whole game, yeah.
Oh. I mean, this is kind of an exciting stage because it's like really it's high pressure. High pressure stage.
Right. This seems a lot more fun than.
Did they not have Sandy's Tree Dome in the main game?
They do, but it's a smaller section. It's you kind of like go in and you fight some robots, and that's about it.
Oh.
But it's like a more faithful recreation of the actual location.
I mean, this is pretty
also
faithful for being in 2D. Like, it's got a lot of the details.
Yeah, true. But when when you go in there, SpongeBob gets a new character model that's all like crusty and dried out.
Oh.
Yeah, they put so much effort into that game. I think you're gonna be amazed by like just how much detail it has and like every spot where the team went
Gosh,
above
dang it.
and beyond.
If I run out, if I take too long, I gotta come back and refill and try again. Abandon ship. Tired of this guy being over here. Come back over here. Hi, Shan. Welcome to stream. Wow, we got 12 viewers right now. Really nice. Up and down a tree. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. This is the only SpongeBob game I played. I didn't, or no, other than the point and click ones.
I can't think of a single SpongeBob game where he actually wears his helmet in here. Like in the console version of this, he just dries out, and then like in Super Sponge, and then this, he like has to like fill up his water. Like, man, why doesn't he wear his helmet ever? Legendary.
We're in Sandy's room. We made it.
Oh yeah, they do make bubbles.
Now imagine younger me getting there and like dying because I didn't have the spatulas yet.
Rip.
And being upset. Oh yeah, Biss, you gotta make the squished version of my emote, cause I was just gonna squish it myself, right? And then you were like, no, let me draw it, and I'm like, okay. And then you haven't drawn it yet, so you gotta draw it if you're gonna do it. Fire underwater, huh? Well, how about water underwater? This is the only other time that Goo Lagoon is in this game is in these bonus stages. There's one Goo Lagoon stage, and then it's just the Invisible Boatmobile stages are Goo Lagoon themed.
It's funny how often these games make an entire level out of Sandy's house. I guess I can only think of 2, so...
Boss battle time. I remember this being really hard when I was a kid, too. I think the first time
you never got past it.
No, but there's a password system in this game. So other kids at school
water
who had this game...
underwater is basically just like, if you have a denser liquid underwater, then you get...
Now what was I supposed to do? How do I fight this? I forget. I think I'm supposed to jump on it. Yeah, it's jump on it. This is very simple.
Oh, you know what? Actually, this design of the Sandy bot is more similar to the console version than I remember it being. Maybe I was wrong.
And it looks pre-rendered too, so maybe it's the same model.
Could be, yeah.
Oops, I forgot about that part.
Oh yeah, the fight is completely different, but I think the design is actually, as far as I can tell, the same.
There were other kids at school at the time who had this game, and one of them had the password to like unlock all the stages and gave it to me, and then that's how I experienced most of the game for the first time.
The console version is so fun. You like knock off Robot Sandy's head, and like it goes up into like this electrical thing.
This is a very jumpy battle, yes.
Boxing ring, and it gets electrocuted. It's so fun.
You have to slowly fall down.
Oh my god, and all of the bosses in the console version, they have like the fish head announcer come in on the side and like spectate the battle and do like sports commentary on it. It's so neat.
None of that here. Very simplified. Oops. I need to play this a little smarter.
That was the whole flavor of the console version. Like, they didn't have to put that in. They didn't have to put in the fish head announcer doing like sports casting on the bosses, but they did because they cared. They gave a toss and they made a game that's really good.
I think this game is good too. Just simpler.
It's the Poseidon. Oh yeah, not that this game was bad. I think this game was pretty fun too, but Battle for Bikini Bottom on the console is like exceptional.
Oh yeah, and then you can just repeat at this point. In this, when the robot is defeated, it just turns off. You put a hurtin' on that robot imposter. That robot's karate is... Oh yeah, I remember this line of dialogue confusing me when I was younger. It says, that robot's karate is no match for my trusty bubble wand. You don't use the bubble wand at all in the fight. The bubble wand does nothing. What are you talking about? Like, what?
Sad robot.
Chapter 2. Well, we're flying through this game. Bring it around downtown. Oh look, there's Squidward. Don't bother me on my day off, SpongeBob. Why don't you concentrate on stopping those robots from taking over Bikini Bottom? This is his day off, huh? So here you have the city. Was this in the console version? The city?
Yep.
Cool.
It had a really good music.
Oh god, look at Squidward, Beehive says. So now the game gets a little more involved, if I remember correctly. The puzzles, at least. And me getting shot by a cannon increases. Getting shot by a cannon. What's the word?
Enjoy your cannon.
Intensifies. That's the word. That's the meme. Is this SpongeBob cannon? These cannons?
Something I always found interesting about the console.
This says Squidward looks gummy.
Oh my god, he does.
Oh yeah, you could see Robo Patrick on the map.
Something that's interesting about the console version is, except for the final robot boss, like, for whatever reason, like on the Sandy boss, you play as SpongeBob and Patrick, but not Sandy. And then on the Patrick one, you play as SpongeBob and Sandy. So it's like you're always playing as all the playable characters, except for the one the robot is based on. It's weird.
Seems like they did that purposefully.
Oh,
so
probably.
that the characters don't fight themselves. I don't know.
And then for the final boss, it's just only SpongeBob.
Is the final boss the SpongeBob robot?
Yeah,
yeah, that's the final boss
SpongeBob. Here. Sponge versus Sponge.
I don't think I'm getting up there, so I'm going to give up. In this game, they have they have the character like be there to introduce the robot.
That's so bizarre.
And like this robot Sandy was in Sandy's house, as you saw.
Or like outside of it, yeah. But in the console, Robot Sandy is in the Poseidon from the episode where SpongeBob, like, he gets like the spatula from the rock or whatever, and then
yeah,
like,
I remember that one.
Yeah, and then Patrick is in the industrial park from that one short sequence in the
industrial
what was it
park
called? Pre-hibernation week.
Yeah, the industrial park has several stages in this game.
Oh,
There's
really?
multiple times you go there.
Weird.
Yeah. Also,
find it
why am I
so
not making
weird
these
that they
jumps?
based an entire boss arena,
Wow.
and I guess several levels in this game off of like one short sequence in that episode.
And the sand mountain has a couple stages too.
Oh yeah, that has its own stage in Battle for Bikini Bottom, and it's in the console version, I mean, and it's entirely dedicated to slides, and they're so fun.
The areas in this that have multiple stages is the Murmur has a couple stages. Jellyfish Fields has many stages. There's several stages with the city, like this one. There's a couple different stages with the industrial park. There's a couple different stages with Sand Mountain. And then there's like different times of day. Like there's like nighttime at Jellyfish Fields.
Also, everyone in the game has like a unique sliding animation, and SpongeBob slides on his tongue. It's so fun. I love it. Just like he did in the Sand Mountain episode.
I'm gonna have to bounce on this guy.
I think they all slide the same way they did in the Sand Mountain episode, actually. Didn't Sandy slide on a shell in that episode? Because she does it in the game.
Sounds about right. Wow, I'm really happy with how many viewers we have for this. This is great. Everybody wants to come watch SpongeBob.
Oh wow, 11. That's even more than we had for Animal Crossing.
Well, 12 on my end. I'm not sure which one's more
I
accurate.
hope you enjoy
either way.
me nerding about SpongeBob and SpongeBob games.
Yeah, I do. Very much.
Hooray! Oh my god, the movie is so good. The movie game was really good too. It was made by the same studio as Battle for Bikini Bottom. And I think they were a little bit rushed, but the final product was still pretty good. Like, it wasn't as good as Battle for Bikini Bottom, but it was really good.
Oh my god, how am I supposed to make this jump? Why is it so particular? And plus I keep accidentally ending up on this because I'm accidentally, like, it's hard to press just right and not up on this D-pad.
Isn't it weird that SpongeBob got better license games than Adventure Time?
Yeah.
Like, you would think that Adventure Time, being the property with like so much potential for being games, and like being so inspired by games, you would think it would.
The first Adventure Time game was okay. I would say it was,
practice.
In my opinion, I think I like this a little bit better than I like the Adventure Time, the first Adventure Time game.
Yeah.
I think it's like a little bit less good than this. It's more polished than this, but a little less fun to play and a little less interesting.
Wow, I'm actually surprised you like this even better than the Adventure Time game.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
I mean,
would
I've
say
played
that
this one more
is a good
times.
game, but it's not something I would like recommend to anyone necessarily. Like, it's just an enjoyable game.
Well, I think since
Whereas
it's enjoyable,
the
I recommend it.
version, definitely.
I don't think that jump is doable. But then where else am I supposed to go,
Well,
you know?
like this game has a lot of those jumps that look doable, but aren't. I don't remember these. This looks frustrating.
Yeah, it's got a couple moments like that. I mean, I guess that's one thing that Adventure Time game doesn't have, is it's not frustrating ever.
Well, that's good.
But it's also like none of the rest. It's like not interesting enough. Otherwise, like you can't just not be frustrating, you know.
Right.
Like
That's
this
just,
game
like, one
has
thing
some
you
frustrating
can do.
moments, but it's mostly interesting, you know.
Right.
Who built those robots?
I want to
Is
know
it the
if they
Plankton?
based
Yeah, Plankton
this
made
game
these.
on like any like prior games, because I can't think of anything that
Well, I
plays
mean,
quite like this.
they have that other SpongeBob platformer that has like assets from this, but
Yeah, I don't remember
The-
if it had the like
Flying Dutchman game I
robot
saw.
mechanics this game has though.
How do I? Probably not. It looked like it had clams as the enemies from the bit I saw, which this game also has, but less extensively. How did I get up there before? How did I do that?
As far as I remember, it's been a while, but I think it was more focused around like different kinds of bubbles you could blow.
Interesting.
Maybe.
Why am I struggling so hard with this? I've done this before, I swear.
Yeah, I guess Plankton built them.
Big robots for Plankton to make. Well, I mean, he has a machine that makes them.
I think the machine only duplicates them. Like, I think he made the originals and the machine duplicates them.
Cassie, I'm confused. I swear I've done this before. What if I push Mr. Robot outside?
Oh, wait. Look at that. Can't you just jump off the ladder? It looks like SpongeBob can jump off the ladder.
Yeah, but
Why
I don't
are you
think
jumping off the platform?
Well, he doesn't gain any height jumping off the platform. Or jumping off the ladder. Oh wait, yes he does.
Really?
Never mind. I've just been a poopy head. It's like me in Knuckles mode all over, where I didn't know I could jump off the wall. Or glide
No,
off
the
wall.
originals don't obey him either. He just forgot to turn on the obey Plankton switch. Oh,
Yeah.
but the obey Plankton switch is on the Duplicatron. Huh. I guess they never addressed that. That's good thinking.
Let me head down here and see if there's anything. Nope, this is just a pit. Why would they even put this here?
I love that he just made an obey Plankton switch on his own machine.
I mean, why would he ever flip it the other way? Except for on accident, apparently.
Roboplankton. I don't know. Is he in this
No.
version, Elena?
No, there was no Roboplankton.
He was
there's Robo
fought,
SpongeBob.
like, in tandem with Robo Sponge.
There's so
console
Robo
version.
SpongeBob is the last one, right? There's Robo Sandy, Robo Patrick, Robo Squidward, and then Robo SpongeBob.
Yeah, in the console, Roboplankton is fought in tandem with Robo Sponge.
Yeah, no Roboplankton. Just Sandy, Patrick, Squidward, SpongeBob. Go in here. This song I'm not as fond of among the songs in the game. This one... Oh, maybe I just have memories of feeling stressed trying to figure my way through these stages. And that makes me dislike the song.
Something I really liked about the console version of this game is, like, even though the plot is, like, a bit, I guess you could say, grander than the actual, most of the plots in the actual show, it's still, like, it still doesn't betray the tone of the show because the writing still works. And they still do it really well. Unlike some later specials in the show proper.
Seems like it's been a long time since there's been like a proper like SpongeBob game. Like I'm sure there's been SpongeBob mobile games, but because there's mobile games of everything. But
yeah, the last one I think was in 2016 maybe? They were making them for a while and then they gave the license to Activision. And Activision made some abysmal games, and then they weren't making them for a while. So Rehydrated is the first one in a while.
It's funny that there's these companies that make like great sort of games on their own. Well, Activision, questionable. I mean, they've made some good stuff. But, like, they make like reputable games on their own. But then when they make licensed stuff, it's like totally crap. Like Ubisoft comes to mind. Like, there's a lot of Ubisoft stuff that I like, but then you look at their licensed games and it's like you wouldn't even believe it was the same company because they're so terrible.
Yeah, they made 2 games that were based on the same engine, and they were both terrible. It was like, they were both 4-player top-down shooters that were incredibly repetitive. Like, they were so, like, lazily made that they had, like, 4 bosses in them, and all 4 bosses
I said
were,
I
like,
played
the
3
same
SpongeBob
thing.
games, right? I just remembered some other ones I played. Remember SpongeBob, like, 3D Maze Madness, I think it was called?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that PC game? I played that
so.
game a ton as a
Or
kid.
wasn't it, like, 3D Obstacle Odyssey?
Oh, Obstacle Odyssey, that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah,
I always forget.
yeah. I
I don't know why I
that.
say Maze Madness. That game, although that wasn't
I think
originally
I
a
played some
SpongeBob
of that
game.
as a kid.
That game was originally something else and they converted it to SpongeBob. and then the SpongeBob
Oh,
version
really?
was the
Makes
popular
sense why
version.
it had so little to do with SpongeBob.
Yeah, I played the original version of it too because it came up. I think it was on miniclip.com of all places. They had it,
Wow.
and then like I was like, wait a second, this is just like the SpongeBob thing.
Same game.
Like it's the exact
Wow,
same.
that's
Like they didn't change the
incredible.
level layouts or anything. I think they added like the bonus stages
That's
with the different
incredible.
characters, but I think that's it. Or actually, no, they like expanded the game. So like I think the original was just like the first world of Obstacle Odyssey, and then they like added a ton with the SpongeBob version.
Oh, I see.
So they like expanded
Yeah,
it.
that game was fine as far as I remember, but it wasn't like it was barely a SpongeBob
And then
game.
there's another game that I played. I don't remember the title of it, and I barely remember the concept of it either. But it was sort of like it was a top-down like maze game thing, I think, and it was in 3D. And I had it on Wild Tangent Games.
Yeah, I can't think of what that is. Probably one of those random like online like browser games.
No, it wasn't a browser
Was it a browser game?
No, it was a full
Oh.
like PC game. Also,
Oh,
I missed
I don't
missed
know
a
much
Krabby
about the
Patty,
PC
so no
games,
bonus
so I couldn't
stages.
tell
Then.
you.
Let me look. Let me see if I can find this while I'm thinking about it.
Wait, was it Operation Krabby Patty?
Maybe. I don't remember the title.
I don't think
And
that
I
was.
barely
a maze
remember the
game.
concept.
It was top down in 3D.
Let's look here. When I do anything on the computer, the game audio goes really bad. It starts crusting out. Let's see, wildtangent.com,
Rip.
and I'm just gonna type in SpongeBob, and it should come up because I know this is where I got it from. They're having a publisher sale for the publisher called Casual Arts. That's how you know this is a casual game site.
Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, hi.
SpongeBob. They have SpongeBob Obstacle Odyssey 2 and SpongeBob Typing. Yeah, there was a sequel, but I never played that. Nope, they don't seem to have it there anymore.
What?
That's unfortunate.
You're cutting.
I know, being on the browser is like totally screwing up everything. Sorry. Having the browser open and the emulator is a bit much, apparently. Let me close this.
Yeah, I can't
Amazing.
tell what you're saying 1 minute.
Oh,
Oh, now
said,
I can.
I said having the browser open and the emulator seems to be too much for the computer. SpongeBob top-down maze game. Let's see if I can find it. Well, there's the one from the plug and play. I also had the plug and play.
I remember that one. Yeah, I was almost gonna suggest that, but then you said it was 3D
Yeah, no,
with Patrick.
and it was a PC game. SpongeBob Run. No. Oh, I think this is it. I think it's called Krabby Quest. This looks like it.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the one. Looks familiar. It looks a little simpler than I remember it looking, but that might just be poor memory of a game that I only... Because, like, I'm recognizing a lot of this, like, the elements here. It just doesn't look like how I remembered it looking, but that could just be... It looked better to me as a kid or something, you know? Let's see. Krabby Quest. Krabby Quest. Download SpongeBob SquarePants Krabby Quest. I don't know why I think this must be it, because like... Oh yeah, well, yeah, it was on Big Fish Games. That was similar to Wild Tangent. Yeah, this has to be it, because this looks like what I'm remembering, other than just the graphics are worse than I remember them. I remember it looking more detailed than this. But no, that's the game, alright. Yeah, totally. So yeah, it was called Krabby Quest. I remember enjoying that game, actually. I don't remember it looking so terrible, but... Anyway, back to the game. I might play that again sometime. Like, maybe on stream, just to try and remember it. See if it's what I remember. Oh look, jellyfish. Like how they're not really animated and it's kind of just sprite transformations.
Oh yeah.
They just kind of stretch the sprite to animate it. Oh, there's a little bit of like jiggle on the tentacles, but that's about it. Jelly time, yes. So I've played a handful of good SpongeBob games in my time. I liked Obstacle Odyssey. It's kind of like, it's a weird game because it's kind of like Monkey Ball, but you're not in a ball. You just kind of run. Is the King Jellyfish boss in this? No.
I don't think so. I think they only have the robot bosses in this one, and they don't have any of the sub bosses.
Yep, that is correct. It's really fun streaming with you, Cassie. You're like the perfect person to stream this with.
Is that so? How come?
Because you like SpongeBob so much, so there's a lot of conversation there to be had. And you also seem to be enjoying getting to see this.
Yeah.
We're probably not past the part that you've seen before, because you said you played about half of it. Oh yeah, now we got the bomb robots.
Yeah, I remember, I think I stopped playing around one of the downtown levels.
Oh, I see. Well, there's another one of those coming up here soon. Did you ever see the Murmalayer?
Maybe. I know that I'm pretty sure I fought the Squidward.
Okay, well that's like that's like 2/3 of the, or 3/4 of the way through the game.
Oh.
Rather than half, so that would mean you've seen most of it.
Oh wow.
Come down here, robot. Really haven't had to use the bubble blowing much yet. But I will eventually. There's like a timing-based puzzle with blowing the bubbles later on, which I got stuck on for a long time as a kid.
I don't remember, but I do think the bubbles did play a bigger role in the previous game on the GBA. I keep forgetting what it's called. Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. There we go.
Were there not bubbles in the console version of this?
There actually were, but they were completely different. Like,
oh, I see.
SpongeBob's basic attack was a spin attack with his bubble wand, which just kind of had bubble particle effects. But then he had like a bubble bowling ball that he could throw.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and then there was the cruise bubble, which is like a controllable. It's like a controllable projectile. So
Mystery
you, like,
just totally just eats the jellyfish.
Fly the cruise bubble around to hit things. It's really cool.
Nice. Yeah, those jellyfish are just dead.
And then
Mystery just ate them.
He also had a like move where he would put a bubble Viking hat on his head and like soar up into the air and hit things. And then he had a ground pound where he would like put bubble feet on his feet.
I never realized just to what degree this game was simplified compared to the console version.
I wouldn't call it simplified though. I would call it just completely different. Like it's just.
Well, I mean, like it's a much simpler game too. That's what I'm pointing out.
It's simpler, but I wouldn't say not good. I wouldn't say that's a bad thing, basically.
You wouldn't say it's like a worse game, just different. Like worse would be the wrong word.
Right.
It's so weird how this is even marketed as the same game as the...
I would definitely say it's not as good as the console version, but I wouldn't say it's like... Worse is a harsh word.
Yeah, worse has like negative connotation. Yeah.
Yeah, this is still a fun game.
Ash says it's weird how this is even marketed as the same game as the 3D version.
Yeah, that was the case for a lot of games back then.
Like Pac-Man World 2 and...
Yeah, there were tons of games.
Pretty much any big release that then had a handheld version. The handheld version was totally different.
Right.
Pretty much until the 3DS. The 3DS had like quite a few console ports that were pretty much identical to the console version.
Right.
Yeah, DS versions of games were like that too. Like Sonic Colors is a big one, where Sonic Colors on the Wii was just 100% a different game from Sonic Colors on the DS. It just had like similar locations, and I guess probably the same story. Here's a different bonus stage finally.
I find it so bizarre. Like, this could just as easily have been a completely different. Like, you could have called this something completely different.
They could have given it like a subtitle or something to differentiate it, because it does still have like it does still have like themes of the main version and the same story.
The name Battle for Bikini Bottom is already a subtitle, though, so good luck with that.
Well, I mean, now they've got the remake with the subtitle Rehydrated.
True, true.
Hold on, I want to clear another one of these. I want to get another Krusty picture. Also, do you like, this is the same, this is Goo Lagoon, but now with a different background. Fancy.
Hooray!
Which doesn't make a lot of sense, because there's no lagoon in the background now. This is just their sunset background from other areas. Not that the lagoon itself made sense in the first place, but you know what I mean. Poop.
The lagoon does
that.
make sense, though. Like, that's a thing that actually happens. Wait, you would know that. That there's underwater water, basically.
Oh.
It's just more dense liquid than the surrounding water. So it functions as basically water underwater. You know that, right?
No. Never heard of that.
I thought you knew stuff about marine biology.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, I guess it's not biology, but... That's why they call it goo in SpongeBob, because it's
I thought that was just
like
a made-up thing.
It's denser than water.
I thought that was just
which is why it's underwater.
I thought that was just their excuse.
No.
So they could have a beach theme.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you for thinking that, though, because there is a lot in this show
like
that
fire?
has no basis in reality, but...
Like
yeah,
fire,
like
for
that,
instance.
For instance.
Or
Like,
when
given
it
that
rains.
they have fire underwater, I wouldn't blame you for thinking that the underwater water was also fictional.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense that it could be possible, because there's also things like hot ice,
Yeah.
where you have ice that's not solid because it has become cold, but because it's under extreme pressure. Let's see. Wow.
I mean, really, though, it's the same
Look at that.
principle as, like, the reason anything floats in water. It's just another liquid. Like, the reason anything sinks in water is because it's denser than water. So if you have a
Unlock
liquid
butt
denser than
pics.
water and you put it
I
in
mean,
water,
I guess that's basically what
and
we
it
unlocked here, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah, you unlocked SpongeBob's butt pic.
Short circuit. I'm enjoying this playthrough of this again. I'm actually like getting through this faster than I did last time I tried to play this, I think. And I didn't finish it last time I tried to play this. I got kind of bored. It's more fun with you here, actually, Cassie.
Hooray!
This robot starts out asleep and you have to wake it up.
Oh, by the way, I played this game with touchscreen controls and I still liked it, so...
Oh my god.
Actually, I also played Banjo-Kazooie with touchscreen controls and loved it. Yeah, that was the only way I could emulate games for a while.
This is weird. You don't have to climb this ladder, you can just jump and it'll...
So, like,
do you see
when
that?
I say I like Banjo-Kazooie, I mean I really liked it, because even playing it with touchscreen controls didn't ruin it for me.
I remember talking about how we wouldn't want to play VVV with touchscreen controls. We brought that up when we were playing it the other day, because there's a mobile version.
Come to
and we're
think
like,
of
that
it, I
doesn't
could
sound that
probably
good.
get used to that, now that I think of it. I mean, if I could play Banjo-Kazooie with touchscreen controls, I could probably play that.
I played Limbo with touchscreen. I played when I played Limbo, it was the mobile version. I like that game. Limbo's a cool game. It inspired a lot of stuff in Gray Area. In fact, playing Limbo is what inspired Gray Area, because I then did like I did some artwork that was inspired by Limbo, and then I did and then that artwork then inspired stuff for Gray Area. So Gray Area came from Limbo, basically. Oh no! What's oh no, Biss? A lot of people didn't like sort of the ending of Limbo, or like how it ends up in like the ending.
Okay, no, why do you always jump on the rightmost coral and then like try to float over to the bot, even though you can just jump on it from the bottom coral?
You can?
Yeah, I've seen you do it multiple times.
Oh. Just SpongeBob's underroins when he rippy the pant? Underroins? Well, you're really behind, Biss.
No, they're not behind. They commented that a while ago.
Oh, I just didn't notice the oh no. Guess that makes more sense, doesn't it? Tell me if emote look good. Oh, you drew it? Let's look. Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
Oh, I gotta see this. What is it?
Oh, that's cute. Send it to Cassie, please. And put it in the server, see if people like it. Okay.
Oh my
I
god,
like it
that
so far.
tree is flattened.
I like how you made it into its own thing. Like it's just sort of been inspired by the squished version of the emote. You don't know how well it'll compress? I guess if
because sitting Laney was sat on?
I think that's the idea. People keep using it every time, like, because there's a lot of games I play where there's the possibility to get, like, squashed under something. And then people like to post the edited version of my emote where it's been squished. Like, it's time to get out the flattened emote. The sitter became the sat, Biz says.
I love that Elena sitting is a meme.
Yeah. I think we should call this emote as a result sat instead of, because this one that we have currently is called sit. We should call it sat. It's gonna explode. That fuse lasts quite a while. It is no longer sit, it is now sat, yes. That little portal animation is interesting, isn't it? When the robots spawn in. Cassie, oh. There you are. Did you hear what I was saying? I said that
I keep getting disconnected.
Oh,
I think it's my phone. My phone stinks.
Kickstarter to, or GoFundMe to buy Cassie a new phone.
Oh, it works. Like, it's not terrible. It's a couple years old, but,
My phone is like 6 years old, and it works
oh, wow.
just fine. The only reason I need a new one is because, like, important apps on it are no longer being supported for it. So it kind of just doesn't work because of that. Like, it physically works, but, like, I can't make it work for certain things anymore. Like, the Photos app doesn't work anymore.
I noticed the environment detail in this game is pretty good. Like, I like how all of the, semi-solid platforms are just, like, they're little corals on the sides of those rocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. This, I remember last time I played this a couple years ago, didn't like the aesthetics in this game.
I mean, there's a couple things that I don't think look too good, but like, for instance, I also like how the ladders, you can see that there's some sticks connecting them to, you know, whatever they're up against.
This says, oh, I think this game is hideous.
Uh-oh. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's definitely things about it that don't look too good to me, but
Roadcore.
a lot of it looks pretty good.
Road punk. Oh, we're gonna have to push the robot all the way over here, huh? Or wait, no, we don't. This little guy's here. Come here, buddy. Actually, I should probably break him, just in case there's a thing over here. Grunk would require personality. Grode punk. Bonus level time again, huh? It's just this one again. So this for an extra life. Potentially. This game's not too hard, is it? I only died, like, a couple times, I think. If not counting on the bonus stages, because those don't actually make you lose a life. Oh, here's Sand Mountain. Oh, and here's that song I like. And now we have these robots that break down. Also, you see how it's like... Oh, are we still connected?
Me?
Oh yeah, we are. Okay. So you see these
Hooray!
robots? You see how the eye is hanging out like that?
Wow, I can't see them yet.
Oh, well, I didn't realize that that was the eye for the longest time when I was younger. I thought that was like a little arm they had. I thought that was a little arm. And then later on in life I realized that that was an eye hanging out. I wasn't the smartest child, okay? When it came to these things.
Why did Plankton make such helpful robots?
I don't know.
Like, if he wanted to take over the place, he could have made things actually dangerous.
Instead of just bouncy?
Yeah. They don't even hurt you. Like, they just bounce you back.
There are some that hurt,
Most of
though.
them,
Some of them
I
have spikes or electricity.
Yeah, most of them.
How come
I
the
mean.
electricity ones... How come they don't just kill you from being, like, anywhere nearby them? Because you're underwater, and water conducts electricity.
Good question.
Does this never go high up enough for me to get over there? Maybe this little guy goes high up enough. No, never mind. Oh, I see. I have Mystery in the next room. That's how it works. Get on, Mystery, SpongeBob. Oh, I have to be facing the same way as Mystery. That's a weirdly specific requirement, but okay. Why did I even move that? Boop, 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 boop. I like the little bomb robots because the moment you touch them, it's sort of like, can't believe you just touched me. They like look mad because they stop moving and just start like blinking and getting ready to explode. They're like, they're so miffed that you touched them. You can't look up and down when you're on Mystery for some reason. So you like these weird little vent things that are here?
I like that Mystery is like a seahorse who swims like through the water, right? Except she doesn't like.
She like slides along the ground more.
Like, yeah.
And like slightly swims. She's like she has like a weight. She's like a like extremely dense seahorse. The world's densest seahorse.
It's interesting that they made a whole mechanic out of a seahorse from one episode.
Also, do you note that some of the platforms are done in like a 3/4 view, and some of them are not. Like these ones here are just side on completely.
Right.
But you still aren't like, you're still like sort of like in the middle of it a little bit. I mean, I guess maybe these are meant to be 3/4 view, it's just not conveyed very well. Yeah, see that? When this is here, you can see it, but when there isn't something like on in the middle, it's hard to tell that it's still 3/4 view. And that's what was confusing me, I think. And also these things coming out of the back edge of it also obscures it. Seahorses can barely move around in real life, so I like that, Shan says. You just remembered the Boatmobile is in Boating Bash, but only in the console version? Boating Bash? I haven't heard of that one. Have you heard of that one, Cassie?
I think so. Wasn't it like a racing game? Or like a vehicular combat game or something?
Vehicular combat sounds funny to me for some reason. Even though one of my favorite games when I was little, mini car racing, could be described as that. I like the color scheme on Sand Mountain. Isn't this a good color scheme?
Yeah.
With the purple.
God, the slides in the console version are so fun.
Oh, I'm gonna need another bouncy guy, huh?
They're like the slides in Mario 64, but just like way more involved.
The slides in what?
So much more fun. In Mario 64.
No, what did you say before? You said they were like the slides in Mario 64.
The slides in the console version.
Oh, of this. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I remember you
That's why
talking
I'm
about
so
that.
glad that Sand Mountain is a level based entirely around the slides.
It's not here, though. So it sounds like it might be worth introducing you guys to it. It's a demolition derby / racing game.
That could be interesting, yeah. I think at one point as a kid I wanted to play it, but I just never like got around to renting it at Blockbuster.
So many of these games that I used to play... So many of these games I used to play when I was little involve a lot of backtracking for some reason. This and Pac-Man World 2 on the Game Boy Advance both have quite significant levels with backtracking. A significant amount of backtracking.
Hey Elena, I gotta go pee-pee, so I'm gonna mute you for a moment.
Okay. You have to mute you too. There you go. Why did I do that? No, I wanted the jump, but I... Oh. Oh, mama. I clicked out of the window for a minute and then that happened. And I forgot which button does which. Wow. Oh, you can look up and down.
Hello,
DS,
it's me.
Hi. I had to do it over again because I forgot which button was jump and which one was spit and spat out the robot into the pit. Only Cassie's the only person I know who flushes the toilet on stream. I don't know of any other streamers who would do that. Boop. This button is jump. Only press this button. Do not press B. Well, actually on the controller I'm using it's reversed, so don't press A yet. There we go. I have them in the same positions as they would be on the Game Boy though, just because of muscle memory's sake. Do dee doo dee doo. See, I know better than to not take robots with me that I find this time. What are you doing here? Hey buddy, you see that pressure plate over there? If you stand on it, that door opens up pretty far out, huh? What do you mean far out? Very exciting puzzle here. Time to crawl. I remember this stage. I mean, I remember all the stages, but I'm like specifically remembering playing this stage. I'm apparently not remembering how to talk at the moment, though.
I like that you bothered to push the box onto the button even though you don't need to.
Well, I gotta press the button. Oops. The button must be pressed. Well, that's a failed attempt right there. Get out of here, buddy. You're screwing me up. Get out of here. Oh, you can't push these robots. They're too heavy, I guess? I mean, some other robots look heavy too, but... Why did that other one explode so quickly? I didn't push him nearly that far and he exploded already. I thought I, like, started pushing him immediately. Whatever, man. And by man I mean SpongeBob. Sponge Man. Sponge Man me Bob! Sponge Boy me man! Sponge Man Square Bob. Well, there's the last Krabby Patton. Krabby Patness.
Krabby Patness.
Oh yeah, there's a soft lock that you can cause here. Which I found out about last time I streamed this. Oh, only Mystery can push these. Okay. Have to bounce on the bomb. I don't remember what it is, so hopefully we don't run into it. Or maybe it's not here. This looks pretty soft lock free. Maybe it's if I pushed it to the left. No, even then it would be fine. I remember a soft lock that I ran into on stream though. Either way, I'm happy that there wasn't one here. I don't like soft lock. Do not like the soft lock.
You're a soft lock. Oh, maybe if you would push the box, like, to the left and then down that left, like, further down to that left.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it falls straight down, so I'm not sure you would have been able to get it up there, but maybe. I just had flashbacks to a soft lock when I was streaming this. See if I can beat this one, so we can get another Krusty picture. I was like, what kind of motivation is it to beat these if you're just getting a Krusty picture? And I keep doing it because I want to see the Krusty pictures. They knew what they were doing. I'm gonna see how terrible they look.
They don't look that bad.
There's one I remember looking awful. and I keep doing these because I want to see it again. You want to know what really looked awful was the Game Boy video thing.
Nice.
I remember, I never got those, but I remember seeing them in the store. Game Boy video. Poop. I guess if you didn't afford a portable DVD player, just use your Game Boy. Which in that case, I guess fair enough. Kids don't need a whole lot, I guess. You can be occupied watching SpongeBob on your Game Boy. Why do I keep jumping over that one?
If you ever go on a long road trip, you have to give me a Game Boy with SpongeBob episodes on it. I'll be the baby in the back seat watching SpongeBob.
Now I kind of want to actually do that. Like someday if we ever actually do that, I want to actually give you that.
I would love to go on a road trip with you.
Yeah, I like going on road trips. Come on, we can do this. I'm motivated so that we can laugh at the funny pictures. You knew what they were doing with these rewards. I jump over that every time. Like, it looks like it needs to be jumped to get. Words. Sometimes I forget how to speak. Sometimes you sit here speaking so long on stream that you forget how to speak after a while.
What are words?
Your speaking muscles become tired. Yes.
I would love to come and visit you. I want to meet you IRL.
Yay. I would like that.
I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that.
I think you do have to jump. There you go. Yeah, you have to jump. It's just it's got to be at the right time. Oh my God! He slipped off the edge. Those are trash resolution, and they're extremely compressed too. The most compressed to hell video I've ever seen. It's like 240p or whatever, or no, it's not even 240p. It's 144p video. Like that really low, like the lowest possible setting on YouTube. You know, the 144 one. That's Game Boy Advance video. I think Game Boy Advance is maybe like slightly less than that actually. That's how you're watching SpongeBob. Oh no, that sounds gross. It said you only get like an hour's worth of episodes. They came in... Okay, I'll give this like 2 more tries. They came on special cartridges too that were colored white instead of gray. Game Boy video cartridges.
I've got Hat in Time music stuck in my head. It's pretty rad.
I like Hat in Time music.
I didn't know that Grant Kirkhope did the hub theme.
Oh, yeah, I knew he worked on it.
It makes sense. I think it gave me Kirkhope vibes.
I've only found out about him in like recent times because of Ukulele and other things. Because I obviously hadn't played any of the games, the classic ones that he worked on.
I feel like his music is like so distinct that when I hear it, I'm like, oh, that's Kirkhope.
Yeah, I've ended up noticing what it sounds like too, just from contemporary examples.
Yeah, like I can't think of another game composer who is like that for me. But then again, I can't think of many other game composers in the first place. I can think of Lena Raine and Koji Kondo. I think that's...
I forget her name.
Totaka.
Oh yeah, I forget her name, but there's the person who did the music for the Mario RPG games. For Super Mario RPG and then Mario and Luigi. And I think maybe Paper Mario? No, I don't think it was Paper. I think Paper Mario was like a splinter team. Like it was a different team that did Paper Mario. But she did the music for Mario and Luigi. I forget her name though.
I've gotta see this Krusty JPEG.
Yeah. Me too. I hope it's an animated one.
Doing all this for a Krusty JPEG.
I love it. Why does this feel like the plot to like a SpongeBob episode? Like seems like something Patrick would do.
Do all this for a Krusty JPEG.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like Patrick, why did you do all of this? I just wanted the picture. SpongeBob in the quest for the Krusty JPEG. God, that one Krabby Patty is so... There's such a particular timing. Right? It's like in Sonic you do stuff like this because you want to get the Chaos Emerald so you can become Super Sonic and get the real ending. SpongeBob, you do it just because you want to look at a funny picture.
A terribly compressed JPEG picture that they just took from the show.
Yeah. Oh my god, because this really is like a Sonic special stage.
That reminds me of, I think in Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, one of the extras you could get in the game were, concept art. But not for the game, for the show.
Oh. Interesting.
You could get concept art for the actual game, though, in Battle for Bikini Bottom.
What makes this worse and or better, depending on your perspective, is that you have to listen to clown music while doing this. Constant clown music. Like SpongeBob clown music. Like, it's got, like, that SpongeBob side of, like, tropical sort of sound to it, but it's definitely clown music. It's like clowns in, like, hula skirts or something.
Wow. I'm gonna turn it up so I can hear it briefly. Hello?
I stopped talking for a bit so you could hear just the music.
Oh. I could barely hear it anyway.
Oh.
Because I was talking over it. My own Cassie voice.
I like the Cassie voice.
Hooray! Actually, I've been thinking about my voice lately. And given, like, I feel like maybe it's just because I'm so like deep into the world of gender crimes that like I don't recognize like what sounds like a typical voice for either binary gender. But I feel like mine doesn't feel typical of either binary gender most of the time.
Uh-huh. I like it.
Hooray!
It's you. Sonic special stages have leeway, this says.
I mean, if I had it my way.
I mean, functionally, it's the same.
If I had it my way, I'd like to sound more typically femme most of the time. But that takes a lot of effort, and frankly, it's strain on my voice. And also, I have to focus to do it, and I don't really want to do that all the time.
Do you like how I sound?
Yeah, a lot. You're cute.
Yay. I get a lot of compliments on my voice.
Yeah, because you're a cutie.
God, that one Krabby Patty trips me up every time. That's why I have less practice with the rest of the stage, because that one Krabby Patty. But yeah, Jan often says that my voice is, like, comforting. I always like that. It's calm and relaxing.
It is. It really is. It's steady.
Except for when I get frustrated at the game. Then it makes some weird noises. You've all got nice voices, Breehive says. And Chen says, yes, it's
Hooray!
true.
Thank you,
and then
Breehive.
that one robot I can't get. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna see that picture, and we're gonna love it. It's gonna be the best picture. Gonna be the best Krusty picture I've ever seen. God, I hope it's an animated one.
This Krusty ass JPEG is gonna be worth it.
Yes. We've had like several different conversations over this one stage. If I can just figure out the It's a bizarre invisible boatmobile? What it looks like when visible,
well, when
you mean?
it's visible, it's bizarre.
Yeah, that's what I figured you meant. That's when to jump. Okay, I've got it.
Oh, Glitch is gifting subs. Thank you, Glitch.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, cat.
God. Now I gotta do this. Unfortunately, nothing at the moment. Hopefully soon, once Bis gets that other emote finished, we will we'll have another emote for subs. And we're gonna have emotes for people who cheer soon too, if I can figure out what to make them. Well, one of them's gonna be Weber with the hat.
What's cheering?
There's a thing on Twitch called bits, and each bit I think is like 1 cent, and then you can just send bits as a cheer, and usually you can have like a little message with it. It's like a little like mini donation thing. Chances
I like
want to give
that the
subs
points
too.
are just Bis points.
Yeah, Bis points.
It's cute. It's cute that it's based around Bis. It's just adorable.
Well, yeah, it was because there was somebody on the stream who kept calling them Bis points. So I called them that for real. I customized them, and then I made the only custom reward I made was the message to Bis reward. Which, coincidentally, actually sends a message to Bis because it sends it in the whisper to moderators. So Bis has just a list of all the messages to Bis. It's so good. I thought it was just a joke, but it actually worked, and it actually is a message to Bis.
Wow. I love Bis so much.
Yeah, me too. I'm about ready to, like...
It's interesting that there's a sleep mode option from the pause menu. You would think that would be something available on the system level, but no.
You see this? Did I just kill the game? I don't think this works in the emulator. Uh-oh.
Oh god, did you activate sleep mode?
Yeah, I wanted to show it. Uh-oh. Let me find out what the password... We'll just reset. So much for the Krusty JPEG. We'll get another try at this bonus stage later. I don't suppose anybody wrote down what the password was, did they? And there's not really rewinding on this. Oh well, we'll look it up. GBA SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom passwords. So we just beat the first Sand Mountain stage. So let's see. So we were on 2-5, so I think it's R?P6 should be the right password. There's a password for full game with photos, and a password for full game with some photos. Oh, so there were several SpongeBob games on the Game Boy Advance. There was this one, right? And then there was SpongeBob Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, which we were talking about, and there was also the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game was on the Game Boy Advance, too.
no idea there was a GBA movie game. I was
Yep.
honestly thinking about that earlier. I was like, oh, huh, I've never heard of something like
So
that. So they
our-
must have skipped out on
our
doing a
question mark
handheld version of
P6.
the movie game. But I guess not.
To start over, I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't think that was not going to work.
Did they reuse the same engine again?
I don't know. All I saw was the cover.
Well, I guess when I say engine, I mean more than just engine, but...
The assets?
Yeah.
SpongeBob
Assets, general gameplay, all that
movie,
stuff.
movie, game, GBA. Let's look. Images. No, it's actually completely different assets.
Oh, interesting. That's
Wait,
something I've
although
never
it looks
seen
like
before.
it looks
I'd
like the
to look
same
into that.
SpongeBob sprite as Nicktoons Freeze Frame Frenzy,
Huh.
or at least similar. Like it looks reminiscent of it. Also, there was another. Oh, and then there's SpongeBob SquarePants Super Sponge on the Game Boy Advance.
God, yeah, that game is... I don't know about the GBA version, but it's probably mostly the same as
Oh,
the
God.
console version, because that game was just a side-scroller.
It looks ugly. It looks way uglier than this game. Let me drag this in here. Whoops. That didn't work. That's not an image. I'm gonna save this to the desktop and drag it in that way. It's a good opportunity to, like, go on a tangent again, I guess. Desktop. And as I go on the tangent, everything goes crusty.
Oh,
Right
why
there.
is the Biss points thing... Why is it Biss's head instead of their emblem?
Because that's the only picture I had.
Oh.
There it is. Look at this. Yeah, there you go. I got rid of the blurriness. This is really ugly. I think this one is earlier than this game. I should do a stream where we just, like, sample all of the other Game Boy Advance SpongeBob games.
That would be fun. Oh god, yeah, that's Super Sponge. Super Sponge had like good music and like some of the art was fine, but it's just a boring game.
Also, the cover for the game doesn't say Super Sponge on it, it just says SpongeBob SquarePants.
What the heck?
Oh, there was a Game Boy Advance game for Atlantis SquarePantis. There was Lights, Camera,
Wait, really?
Pants.
Because there was a DS version too, which was actually better than the console version.
Oh, and then there's
in my
Creature from the
opinion.
Krusty Krab. I think you mentioned that one.
Yeah, I think I knew that had a GBA version, but the console version I really enjoyed as a kid. It's not like great, but it's pretty fun.
Okay, this I think is just an old version of the cover because it just says rating pending. There's also a version of the cover that says Super Sponge on it.
Oh,
Well, yeah, we gotta try all these out on stream, and we can throw in the Game Boy Color one in there too.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like a SpongeBob Palooza until Battle Before Bikini Bottom comes out. How about that?
Hooray!
We just like sample them all. Okay, so this is R question mark P6. Oops. Okay, so now we're back where we were. Let me close this.
A lot of people don't like the Game Boy Color game, but I played it with touch controls and enjoyed it quite a bit, so I don't know.
I only saw a tiny bit of it on Vinesauce. Wait, is the game not capturing?
I don't see it moving.
There it is. I don't know what that was about. That was interesting. There's Mermaid Man. How do you figure those robots got into the Merma layer, Sonny? I don't know.
Good question.
So have you seen this part before, Cassie? Does this look familiar to you?
For it to catch up. It's still on just a still frame of the title screen.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, I guess I could redo the subscription
I'm not
icon.
sure if I've seen this before.
Maybe I could do a white outline around the black butterfly. Because, like, I count as being subscribed, so look, if I type something in the chat, you can see the little icon I have is like the long-time subscriber icon.
Whoa! That looks really good! I love the butterfly thing.
Uh-huh.
With the smaller butterflies around it.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is a good butterfly.
Because I never really had, like, subscribers before to, like, have, like, a need, or, like, to know exactly how it looked, you know? In use. Nice to finally have it. I have 7 subscribers. No. Thank you.
I should have an emblem. I don't really have one.
A Cassie emblem? Yeah, it was easy for me, I just used butterflies. Wait, here's these robots that only stay on for a second. I just noticed that sparkle effect when you collect the Krabby Patties is similar to the sparkle effect that I made for my games. It's like one of the signature, like, little things that I put in my games. I originally made it just for Marshmallow and Fruitland, but I've just kept using it.
Aw, my stepmom's been texting and checking in to see if I'm okay. She's wonderful, I love her.
Just like you.
Aww.
I see where you get it from. do 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 do. I like the, like, I don't know what you call it, like accordion, like, or is it like, what's the word for, like, the little accordion? Like what are those little accordions with, like, the piano on them? I think that's the instrument that's here. Oops. Oh yeah, this reset my lives, so now I only have a few lives. Me and trying to try out sleep mode on an emulator. Now I'm close to death, great. Remember this level being where it gets more serious. Oh, what have you sent, Biss? Biss sitting. Do you see that, Cassie?
Ooh, Glitch just put a good comment.
There'll be a secret ending to Super Kiss the Princess where the princess can't decide between the cast of playable characters and just chooses all of them and they live happy in polyamory.
Not all of the playable characters actually do kiss the princess, though.
Yeah. Some of them are like, that's the joke.
Oh yeah, but I think I remember the robots that move a little bit when you shoot them, so maybe I've been here.
Oh. Biss says I'm gonna kiss that there princess. Do 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 do.
I'm really excited for when we start revealing the characters.
Yeah. That'll be probably quite a while from now, but
like, similar to the way they do them in Smash. Like maybe not full-on trailers for everyone, but we definitely want to hype them and have fun with the reveals.
There we go. as I've said on stream before, and just in general before, I'm probably going to be waiting on starting on working on that game for a while so that I can dedicate all my time to it. Because...
I'm really excited for Super Kiss the Princess.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so fun.
Kat says, I would love that. That sounds very fun. The character announcements, I presume. Because, yeah,
the character announcements are one of the things I'm most excited for, I think.
Yeah,
as well as how they're implemented in the game. Like, I think something that excites me about this premise is that it's like, it's a platformer with room for a big cast.
Yeah.
Which I think is really fun. Like, one of the most fun things about Smash Bros. Is just, like, seeing how each character plays and what kind of moves they have. So, like, seeing how each character plays in this game, whereas instead of being a fighting game, it's a platformer, I think it'll work out really well and be super
Yeah, it'll be fun
fun.
coming up with ideas for how the different characters can play. Which I think will happen, as it usually does for me, in making games just sort of organically.
Right. I'm really excited about a lot of the ideas we already have.
Oh hey, here's the
Especially
thing that inspired me when I was younger as a game design element. These like little, like electrodes. I used to have these in everything that I made. Basically this exact thing. It would look like this and do that. Even before I could actually make games, like when I did the pencil and paper games I called them, I would draw those in there.
Wow.
This game was a big influence on me when I was young, because it was one of the few video games I had. So like this is the game of all things that taught me about various like game like mechanics, or like game sort of like typical things, you know. I'm messing up words, yeah. Oh yeah, I love this part. Do you remember this, Cassie? This is a fun part. Just throw that in there. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. Basics of games, that's what I was thinking. Fundamentals is like the longer word of that.
Oh, riding Hans?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I do
great?
remember this.
I love that part.
Hans, in in the console version, he's like, whenever you fall off, the game freezes and like Hans reaches on and like brings you off screen and then puts you back.
It's like Kirby.
What?
That happens in Kirby games.
What?
When you get a game over. There's a little hand that comes and wakes up Kirby.
Yeah, I guess. It's like just different implementation though. Like when you fall out of bounds, he like literally reaches on to the screen as it's happening. I see. Like it doesn't have its own special screen. He reaches on and like just brings you off screen.
Well, then that's kind of more like Kirby's Epic Yarn then.
Oh, I never played that.
Yeah, there's a little character who comes and pulls you out of the pits.
Oh, cute. Like Luigi in Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's like Angie, I think is the name. Like a little angel character.
That's cute.
However, you drop your beads when that happens.
Oh, Elena, I've been meaning to ask. Were we gonna do co-op in Super Kiss the Princess?
I don't know. Well, BIS implemented that in the engine that they're working on that we're gonna use for that. So it would be potential, I think. Potentially.
Yes! I hope we do it.
Wow, this is frustrating.
And then maybe we could stream it through Parsec. Oh, wait.
Well, I couldn't make Parsec work.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
If I could get it to work somehow. There we go. I'm not sure what this button does, but we're gonna press it.
I wish we weren't so far apart from each other.
Aw. Not as far apart as we could be.
Yeah, could be worse.
as a small consolation. That's your favorite phrase. It could be worse.
Yeah.
I realized the puzzle here. Now he's gonna walk over and press the button. And I have one moment that I can go through here. There. If they were gonna do a puzzle like that, they really should have given him a smaller platform to walk across, so you don't have to wait so long.
Really? I actually really like the way enemies, like the idea of enemies in platformers that knock you back instead of hurting you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the
like
hazards. Most of the hazards in this are not the robots.
Right. It almost like makes more sense than enemies hurting you, just because like platformers are about movement and where you are in the first place.
Mm-hmm. This often complains about like enemies that hurt you by contact for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I was never annoyed by that.
I think mostly they said in games where it doesn't functionally make sense.
I'm on a plane right now.
Like the bully in Mario Maker, Cat says.
Yeah. / Mario 64 / 3D World.
I like the bully character. I'm glad that they brought them back. Bullies were one of my favorites.
Yeah, they did a good job updating the design.
I think they should have kept them as circles.
Oh, yeah. Like, I would say I probably prefer the original, but
you can blow bubbles up.
The new one definitely fits well.
It took this to remind me that you can blow bubbles up. Directly up. That would have made a lot of things earlier easier. Also, I like how these robots are the same as the other platform robots, except for they turn on and off.
Kirby enemies do also take contact damage. It's a fair trade. I totally forgot about that.
I just got a new Kirby game today. I got Kirby Squeak Squad. Well, it's not a new Kirby game, but it's new to me.
Oh yeah! I remember playing that as a kid.
It's one of the few Kirby games I had left I haven't played.
Kirby as a kid.
I haven't played Kirby Squeak Squad. I have it now, so I'm going to play it soon. I haven't played Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. And I've only I haven't ever beaten Kirby's Dream Land 3. Although I started playing through it with Biss, we gotta continue that at some point. And I've played
Me and Biss also were playing that.
And I played Kirby 64 for like 5 minutes. So I haven't really played that one either. But everything else I've played.
Kirby 64 on the Wii Virtual Console.
Oh, and I haven't played some of the spin-offs. Like I haven't played Kirby Air Ride, or Kirby Tilt and Tumble, or Kirby Pinball.
I did play Kirby is kind of like a Pokemon situation for me, where it seems like it just hasn't evolved enough over the years to keep me interested since I was a kid.
You should definitely play Robobot then. Robobot is the best
one. Yeah, Biss loves Robobots.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe I'd like it too.
That's one that Biss and I have very in common. We both loved Robobot.
Oh yeah, I want to try Amazing Mirror. It sounds super unique.
Yeah, it's kind of a Metroidvania Kirby game.
Oh yeah, Biss, you told me about that.
I'm focusing on collecting DS games that I didn't have yet at the moment, but then I'll probably buy some GBA games again. I sort of like focus on one console at a time. Okay, that was a glitch. Hopefully that is fine. Yeah, using the GameCube as the controller because the motion controls are in the cartridge. So, if you're playing it on the Game Boy player, you then have to pick up the whole GameCube and tilt that.
Oh yeah, the big roster of Star Allies actually seems pretty interesting.
I liked Star Allies okay. Okay, it's time for this again. Let's do it. For the JPEG.
I think one of the biggest reasons I didn't play Star Allies was because to me it looked just like Kirby Superstar, which I played a ton of as a kid.
Oh, it's pretty.
Which is like...
It's pretty different.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really different. I didn't play Kirby as a kid, actually. I didn't get into Kirby until I was like 14.
Uh-huh.
I played Mario as a kid, though. Maybe I don't know why I didn't play Kirby. Well, I got into Kirby because I was looking at, like... I was looking at DS games I wanted to get and found Kirby Superstar Ultra. Or I was looking at it and, like, saw how much stuff there was in the game. I was like, oh, that looks cool.
What am I on the money about, Bists? Oh, Kirby's Adventure Wii, Triple Deluxe, and Robobot all use Superstar at their base, as their base, but go somewhere with it. Huh.
Yeah, it's not like... Yeah, they have sort of like... Other sort of like... Like, you know how Kirby Superstar had like most of its stuff like split into like separate like games, in quotes?
Yeah.
The other ones kind of don't do that part. Like, the main game
right,
is like...
but like the gameplay...
Yeah, the
like
main game is
Superstar.
sort of like those all condensed into one sort of story mode, and then but they do have other modes, like they have a couple like side games in there, and then they have the arena, and the true arena. It's pretty consistent.
I'm interested to see, because they said recently that they're working on new Kirby projects, and one of them they think feels like it has the potential to be like the pinnacle of the series or something. So I'm guessing
well, I mean, that sounds
means
like a marketing... That could be just marketing thing, but... So who knows what they mean by that,
but at the very least, I hope it suggests they're doing something fresh.
Well, I mean, Kirby has often been used for experimental stuff.
Take a shot at doing a 3D Kirby game, because Kirby never really made the jump.
Well, there's Kirby Blow Up Blast. Kirby's Blow Up Blast is 3D. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and I enjoyed that, but... I enjoyed that, but... It felt like more of a tech.
Did you know to 100% complete that, I spent like 10 full hours playing just the final stage, trying to play it perfectly?
Wow, rest in peace.
It took me 10 hours to 100% that stage. It was very satisfying, except for you get nothing for it. Absolutely nothing happens. I think it just gives you a congratulations, and that's it. It's like this, but for 10 hours. Imagine playing this one stage for 10 hours trying to get it perfect.
RIP.
That's like the closest I've ever done to like feeling like I was like speedrunning something. Like it was that level of dedication I had to have to 100% complete that final stage.
Wow.
Because it was so long. It's such a long thing.
That's the thing I want to try streaming for. Like, all that stuff that takes a while but is really fun in games.
I kind of avoid that stuff. Like I feel bad even doing just this because I feel like it's boring. I'm going to bore people.
RIP.
That's one of the reasons why I stream so many different games.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like I don't understand watching somebody who just plays the same thing over and over and over and over. Like, so I don't stream that way either. Like Vinesauce I've ended up watching so much just because he plays tons of different stuff.
Makes sense. See, I would probably stream the same few things. Because, like, most of the time when I'm playing games, I want to experience it alone. But when I'm doing that stuff that's like, it's like stuff that I've already played, I'm just trying to perfect it. That's definitely the kind of thing that I think would be fun to stream, because then I'm not so worried about like having the, you know, the purity of that artistic experience. It's largely just fun because of the gameplay at that point.
I like, get back on the Kirby topic.
Helena, check chat.
This wants to be in. This wants to have a cameo appearance. Okay, 1 second. Let me focus on this a couple more times here.
I like that that's now the,
the way that we let each other know that we want to be on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi Shan. But yeah, Kirby games, I like the spin-offs with them a lot. Well, I haven't played Air Ride, obviously, because that one's hard to come by. Because it was like a limited print run, and also like a GameCube game, so that's a recipe for disaster on trying to get a game nowadays, but my favorite was Kirby Mass Attack. That's the game that made me like Kirby.
Oh, there's this.
There we go. Yeah, Kirby Mass Attack is my favorite of Kirby spin-offs because it's the one that made me like love Kirby fully.
When are they gonna make
I loved that game so much.
Attack?
I would love to stream that, but this is a terrible method for playing touchscreen DS games, I found. After playing Plants vs. Zombies on the DS briefly, I was like, no, I don't want to play touchscreen-based DS games, especially a game like that where you have to like drag and like flick things across the screen. It's terrible trying to do it with a mouse.
Don't use your tablet then!
The tablet didn't register properly.
No!
I had to use the mouse, because the tablet was like worse, somehow.
That's awful! That's agonizing!
I know, right?
That's Sprimbly Crumbus!
Hey, I did it! Look at that! Ash says I wish I could fart fire. Okay, let's see what we get.
Would anyone in chat be interested if I stream challenging stuff like that?
Wow. This is what we get, huh?
Like challenging stuff? I lost track. What do you mean challenging stuff?
When we restarted, it erased the other photos I unlocked.
Stuff like beating Celeste levels without dying, or speedrunning V, like stuff like that.
Oh, that's a good question.
Amazing.
There's only one way to find out!
Probably going to end the stream here soon. By the way.
I fucking hate that car.
Also, do you like how they have, instead of the little flowers on his shorts, he has like a skull?
I think that was the case in the console.
What an amazing reward, Breehive says.
I don't
It looks angry, run.
I don't like
that is
with the very
Krusty.
round SpongeBob.
This is filth. Whoever made this needs to be,
This one you fight with Mystery.
I'm not gonna say killed. Ended.
Oh, the
my
YouTube
God.
monetization safe version.
You know what? I think this does look a bit different from the console RoboPat.
This boss battle I remember being much easier than the Sandy one. The Sandy one gave me issues when I was younger. Also, all the robots make the same like sound effect when they're hurt, which is like the ow, like dinosaur, like metallic dinosaur noise is what I would call it.
Oh, I think I remember this boss, so I probably have played this far.
Well, this is halfway through the game, so...
I deeply dislike this thing.
This Patrick robot?
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, aesthetically I don't like much of this game. It creeps me out.
That was real
It's
smart
kind
of
of
me.
scary in this game. It was a bit scary in Battle for Bikini Bottom too, but not like super scary or anything.
Like, the thing is, it has such thick black outlines, it almost feels like harsh room shading.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have like black shadows on it too.
I don't like this thing.
And the bold red eyes.
Okay, for the record, I just want to say something which is very off-brand for me. Whisper is the closest asset in this game to looking good. And that's because, like, they're a
Do you mean Mystery?
I mean, yeah, sorry.
Whisper.
Because
It's like, who's Whisper?
they're an
Where
elegant...
did that come from?
I think there's a horse called Whisper in something.
A horse called Seabiscuit. What? I thought I killed him.
Well, there'd be Goo Biscuit, because this is Spongebob.
I thought he was dead, and that's why I was there.
But yeah, it's like Mystery. It's like most of them are pre-rendered, but the faces are like drawn, and it kind of what comes together.
Cat says, Robo Patrick, what have they done
Yeah,
to
Mystery looks pretty good.
Yeah, but like SpongeBob is awful. Squidward's
Yeah,
the dummy.
honestly, I feel like his face is the only thing they messed up, but that's like half of his design. So
Yeah.
Cassie, next week, would you like to do like an all SpongeBob stream, and we like finish
That'd be
this
fun.
and then also look at all the other Game Boy SpongeBob games?
Oops!
That'd be super
SpongeBob!
Yeah, I'd like that. And then maybe
Wait.
the week after that, I could do the point and click. We could acquire that game
Queen of
and
Glitch
stream it.
Oh boy.
Queen of Glitch asks, is Biss here now?
Yeah, Abyss is here now.
This has been summoned.
Abyss summoned
According to
themselves.
Beehive.
The name of that stage was Star Power, by the way. Oh look, see, there's the
Yeah,
see,
true.
there's the
They have
industrial
summoned
park,
themselves.
Cassie.
Oh boy. I'm excited to
It's
see
in the
this
picture.
once Robopat dies.
It's the last stage in this area, so it's gonna be a while before we get to actual stage. Let's play one more stage. Oh yeah, this is the one where it introduces the big robots. The big blue bots. And this is a backtracking stage, oh boy.
Do the big robots do anything?
No, they're like a big version of the small grey robots.
They waste space. Literally.
That chase
That's all
sequence
they do.
reminds me of the Porky statue from Brawl. Cat says.
Oh yeah! I know what you're talking
Oh.
about. Elena, when am I gonna
Yeah,
get
I think I
statues
remember
and
these big
autonomous and
robots.
live
When I
and
come back
people
to
down?
Super Smash Bros. Brawl, I'm going to be experiencing that because one of the last few things I have left to do in that is playing the boss rush mode on the harder difficulties.
There's a boss rush in Brawl?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty sure it's just called that. I forget what it's called, but it might just be boss rush. And it's very difficult. Apparently, you have like, you're almost. It must not be that you're like permanently screwed, but you are like there might be other ways to do it. But it's basically you're screwed if you don't play as Fox. Like Fox is like required. Like anybody who's like written strategies for how to beat that on the higher difficulties is like use Fox and do this very specific thing.
Well, that sounds just like bad.
You have to use his shooting, basically. Like, basically, if you get, like, on the higher difficulties, if you get touched, like, twice by the bosses, you're just dead. And,
Oh,
like,
so you're saying it becomes Cuphead?
because they do so much damage to you. And there's, like, specific spots you have to stand, and you have to use the... You just have to shoot them. Like, don't even try to get close to them.
I'm really surprised how difficult I'm finding it to like remember how far I did get into this game.
I guess it wasn't that memorable to you, huh?
I guess
remember all
not.
of this, because I've played it all many times throughout my life.
Wow.
I wish I had a cheeseburger.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah,
No, I wish I had a cheeseburger to eat.
that's Lena.
Okay,
Mhm.
Lena, it's Vorin time.
Also, look at this that you do when you bump them. The like the little animation back and forth. They're like, boing, boing, boing. They're like it's amazing.
I feel sorry for these. They are just living. They're just
Yeah.
Just vibing.
existing.
They're just kind of vibing.
They put a lot of work into these little robot designs though, because obviously these are like original to this specific
Oh my
version of the
god,
game.
that one looks
Yeah,
like
they
it's
look
flying
quite good.
using magic Crayolas.
I do think the ones in the console version look more like they could have been in the actual show, though.
Huh. I mean these are shaped sort of like the generic fish people.
Like, yeah, but that just because it looks like something in the show doesn't mean that would actually show up in the show, you know what I mean?
No.
But like, for instance, one of the robots is, it's this robot that has a big jar of tartar sauce on its back, and it like shoots tartar sauce.
Come over here, buddy. I like how he's just standing there waiting for me to do this.
And there's a flying one that has like a beach umbrella over its head.
Is somebody gonna like finally turn this into a Super Mario World ROM hack?
Pardon?
What?
Somebody gonna finally turn this game into a Super Mario World ROM hack.
Why?
Do you want to explain this to me?
Okay, so you have protagonist, you have their horse, you have bullet bills. I just saw one of them. You can't. That's a bullet bill! That's a fucking bullet bill! I don't know. You could probably. Resnor's Patrick, who gives a shit? It can work. Do it. Ship it.
Oh, Biz.
Oh, you know what really fucking weirds me out?
What?
When people clamor for the return of Resnor.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
what
me?
the hell?
Yeah, like
Like
you
when I did
later. Yeah, when you did exactly that.
I'm sorry.
Like,
The only interesting thing about Reznor is the way
They're cute little
the
dinosaurs.
arena, basically.
I just
Yeah.
want the cool little dinosaur.
Resnor is literally just 4 fire flowers on like moving platforms.
Cute dinosaur. Okay,
Well,
so
like,
this...
I mean, like fire piranhas.
I mean, yeah, fire arnas.
So what am I doing here exactly? Let's see here.
That's fine.
How can I make this work? I obviously can't use this guy because he's gonna explode. And unless he can sit
Yeah,
on
you're
it
right.
for like half a
Reznor
second,
is stressful.
that could get me through.
Oh, I'm sorry, Queen of. Why was I gonna
I
say?
agree, though. Reznors are stressful to fight.
Queen of Glitches is Cat.
You know what's really fucking wild?
Oh, that door.
Oh,
this
yeah.
door looks interesting.
I now know 2 people whose titles are Glitch something and are called
Yeah,
Cat.
we were just talking about that.
Yeah, the other one's Glitch Witch Cat.
Oh no!
There's
and then,
so
and
much
then Queen of
glitch.
Glitch was saying that she knows somebody else named Queen of Glitches, whose name is also Cat.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
What? What is it with the glitchy cats?
Well, then Glitchily is like rabbit themed though,
Okay,
so that
that's
breaks the
fair.
cycle.
It breaks the cycle.
Come back here, you bumbling blowbot.
Don't be mean to the robot. Don't be mean to...
Who said I was being mean?
Elena, don't be mean to them. Look, the outlines aren't even a consistent width. They're not in a good place in their life. They don't need bullying from you.
How do I get up there? How did I get up there earlier?
Outlines
Was it
aren't
with
even
mystery?
consistently.
No, I don't want to go this way again. I'll end up stuck over there and have to come all the way around again. How did I get up there? I got up here before at the beginning of the stage, remember? I went up there.
You say remember as if I've paid any attention.
There we go. I'm saying remember to Cassie, because Cassie pays attention to this.
Wow, Cassie, I didn't know you had it in you.
Oh, you know what? I think I remember what the gist of the
Oh my god.
Revenge of the Flying Dutchman GBA game was. I think it was like you fired bubbles at jellyfish and then they would get bubbled and then you would bounce off of
There
them.
we go. So that's similar
It was
to
a
this,
pretty
isn't it?
interesting gameplay loop.
Alright, let's do another one of these. Just to end the stream. Let's get another JPEG.
At least I think that's what it was like.
Why does the portal look like it's from Samurai Jack?
Yeah, it does not look like it's
did you
from
know?
SpongeBob.
Did you notice that those happen every time that a robot respawns too?
Oh yeah.
Wait, why does the portal look like three-handed Goatsy?
Yeah, see?
Oh, it's fucking beautiful. Oh my god. Okay, for people who don't know in chat, can I tell them about the Nokia N-Gage?
You've
my
told this
God.
as a story on stream before.
Yeah, well, some people won't know it. Okay, so there was a forum post, you can look it up, right, from somebody who claims to have been a person who worked as some person in a design, whatever, blah, 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 with a load of other people, whatever, right, okay. And basically he knew the person whose job it was to come up with a finalized design for the Nokia N-Gage, or at least a proposal, right? And this guy apparently was fucking despising his life. Because anytime he would send off a proposal, he'd get a response back that there isn't enough buttons. Just they wanted more buttons. They had it in their head that this thing needed a load of buttons, right? So eventually, wait, has my Discord been working?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Okay, just checking. So eventually,
Just let me speak.
dude gets fucking sick of this shit, right? And decides he's just gonna do. He gets angry, so he passively aggressively designs a phone that looks exactly like Goatsy.
And has a million buttons on it too.
And then they approve it.
Oh my god, the N-Gage is like such a weird piece of absolute
The only reason
garbage.
why I'm not sure that's true or not is because you could come up with that story in reverse just by thinking that it looks like that. And then coming up with that it was done on purpose.
Couldn't you take most things and reverse them? Couldn't you do that logically? Like
So I have no idea
imagine
if it's true or not, but
Krusty JPEG.
yeah, me neither.
SpongeBob
for
and
it.
the quest for the Krusty JPEG. I can't believe we still have 11 viewers.
and somebody
Yeah.
I guess they really want to see the Krusty JPEGs too.
Yeah, we know what the viewers want.
Mm.
We know what people are here for.
Yeah.
This
They're
stream
here
has been
for
way
the
more
Krusty
fun.
skills from a show they've already seen.
Because this was like the second game I ever streamed, so this stream has been way more fun than that early one.
Wow. What was the first?
Pac-Man World 2 on the Game Boy Advance.
I farted. When did you
That's your
start
response.
streaming?
July 2018.
Wow, you even have the exact time frame.
I think it was July 21st, 2018.
Wow.
So we're getting close to 2
So
years
only
of
like
this now.
half a year before I met you, pretty much. Well, more than that. A little more than half a year before I met you.
Yeah, it was right around when I was starting working on Super Climb Up.
Oh yeah.
Wow, so you've been streaming while you've known me longer than you streamed without knowing me. That's incredible.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, so close. Well, yeah, because, like, if you scroll back through, like, if you go to my YouTube channel, look at all my streams, the first one that has you on it is fairly early on in my streaming.
Hooray!
It's almost right around the first time I streamed with Biss, and it feels like I've been streaming with Biss forever, so...
Whoa, really?
Yeah. The first stream I did with you
fucking
was
incredible.
not too long after I
you and Biss had
streamed
been
with Biss.
streaming together forever when I started joining. I thought I was the newbie.
When I'm involved, it feels like forever.
Well, because... Yeah, we're just kind of a natural fit together for streaming.
And this is then known.
Who?
Me and Biss.
Hooray!
But me and you, too.
Oh my god.
Hooray!
I love that one voice clip that I made. It was like an
This is
excerpt from one of
really-
our streams. That was just like
Oh,
Biss
yeah.
and Elena's stream dynamic condensed.
Yeah, where you were going, "Frack!" and I was going, no!
You said it literally. That was literally the exact way you said it back then. That was identical. The waveform 100% matched up, and I love the fact that like then we basically have the same interaction
Biss
again.
took it to the lab and confirmed that the waveforms match up.
Really quick. Real quick, let me take that
Very
down to the
loudly.
lab real quick.
The computer beeped wildly and printed out a schematic proving the data.
Wanna see me take that down to the lab? Wanna see me do it again?
My favorite thing about that voice clip is that we do it, and then we do it again, except slightly louder and longer.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite SpongeBob quotes when I was little, was that one where they were the superheroes. He goes, wanna see me run to that mountain? Wanna see me do it again?
That was a fun one.
Yeah. I used to quote that all the time when I was younger. I loved that. And I still quote it, like, sometimes. Like, I just quoted it just now. And then remembered after the fact, oh yeah, that's SpongeBob, so that's related to what we're streaming right now. God, that one... I can never get that one Krabby Patty for some reason.
That always reminds me of that always reminds me of a plot point I've heard is in like the later chapters of like One Punch Man, apparently. There's apparently like a character, right? A character who's one of the world's best superheroes or something. And his power is only that he's so intimidating that everybody thinks he's strong. And he actually isn't. And there's like apparently a scene
There
where
we go.
somebody who's like another hero who's like a sword person is like, hey, Do you want to try cutting this, like, it was like a rock or something with this sword, see if you can do it? The dude just picks up the sword, awkwardly puts it back down and leaves. And the guy's like, he cut the rock so finely, it didn't even move. I didn't even see it. He must have somehow weaved the sword between the atoms of the rock, not even disturbing their bonds.
Wow. Beautiful. Wait, but that means that he didn't cut it. It didn't disturb their bonds. It's not actually cut.
Well, I mean...
They're literally still bonded.
Well, at least that's more impressive.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Kat says that's amazing.
It really is. 1%'s fucking great.
Okay, let's see what JPEG we got. You ready? Everybody ready?
Yeah. I'm ready!
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It's an animated one. 2 frames. 2 whole frames of animation.
It's gonna be... I'm waiting. What's it gonna be?
I'm waiting too. I can't wait.
Photo unlock.
Says yes, 2 frames.
Oh god, I'm behind.
Yeah, I'm behind too.
Oh,
when is
goodness.
it?
People saying that's amazing.
Are you fucking serious?
Look at him.
Why?
Look at him slapping that pedal.
Oh god, this is fucking disgusting.
What?
also, the stuff that's going on with his legs feels like it should be edited into one of those, like, what is it, John Lennon walking?
Oh yeah, he's in the. It's the long Lennon leg image.
Lennon.
Wow. Oh yeah, it erased the other ones we got when I had to reset.
Oh god.
So our next stage will be
really,
sea nut butter and jellyfish. I'm gonna make a save state.
Wait, Knuckles' carrying animation in
we'll
Sonic
continue
2
from here.
Battle looks like this. Oh yeah, the fucking glitch in the battle version. Yeah.
It's randomly,
Oh, God.
his leg randomly flips around for no reason.
If I had a
Alright.
time machine, oh go.
I was gonna say that's the stream.
This
Thanks
was
everybody for
excellent.
watching.
Yeah,
This is a lovely stream.
everything.
This was a really fun stream today, Cassie.
This was so good.
Yes, and then tomorrow we're gonna finish VVVVVV.
Yeah,
Tomorrow's
I'm
stream
excited.
is I'm gonna play World of Goo for an hour again, and then we're gonna play VVVVVV together. And then
Yeah.
Sunday, I guess Biss and I will finish Knuckles. Finish
Sounds
Knuckles
pretty
playthrough.
We're gonna go to the gun and finish Knuckles.
We're gonna finish the job. And then I guess next week will be SpongeBob. We're gonna play all the Game Boy Advance SpongeBob games. And
Hooray!
maybe finish this one? We'll play this one some more. And we'll just do like a smorgasbord of SpongeBob Game Boy games.
That's a nice word.
Bored.
I have a feeling that probably a lot of them are not going to be as good as this one. I feel like this is probably kind of at the top of the list for SpongeBob Game Boy games.
Well, Flying Dutchman was pretty good too. On the Game Boy.
Well, that's the one that shared assets with this game, so
Yeah.
I guess it would make sense if it shared quality with it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I guess next week I'll get back to Link to the Past too, because that kind of got pushed aside for VVVVVV. But we'll get back to it. That's been a really slow Zelda playthrough. It's the opposite of a speed run. I've been like streaming it so slowly. Yeah, it's like been more than a month I've been playing that.
A snail run.
Hey Elena, can
Oh,
I
you
do
did
some
another-
self-promotion?
You made another drawing of me? I was gonna say, why is my nose so high up? And then I realized, oh, that's like a sweat bead.
It's a Swede. No.
What are we looking at?
Oh, an image.
It's in the chat here.
Where?
The one.
Oh, it's a sequel to the other one. I see. Zelda Speedwalk. Thanks everybody.
Oh, I see.
Thanks everybody for
Hey, Elena,
watching.
Before, can I just quickly self-promote shamelessly?
Okay.
Hey everybody, I'm streaming in an hour. I'm doing Aquaria. I'm streaming Aquaria with Arrow again.
Oh, rad.
Maybe I can actually come watch for once.
Oh, that'd be fucking sweet.
Alright, but yeah, thanks everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Cassie and I will see you tomorrow.
Have a lovely evening, everybody.
Bye-bye.